Go, Dan.
Why would you ask me to do these things right at the beginning? Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tales on Tap, a place where good friends come to annoy people 5 times their size, figuring out why sticking your hand in mysterious cracks can give you a serious case of floppy hand, and discovering that there is truly too rare a steak to find. I am your DM, Dan, for today, and we are here. Everyone say hello.
Hello. Hello.
Are we all feeling good? Are we all feeling ready?
We're here.
Yeah.
I'm ready for the kind of positivity I need in my life.
Given how we left last time, I'm intrigued.
Excellent. Well, before we start all of that kind of stuff, we do have a few our normal announcements. This is a stream sponsored by the good people of Level Up Advanced 5e. Yeah, they've recently sponsored us, and I think Chris is going to give a quick overview of what that means, so I don't have to think too hard.
Yeah, sure. So Level Up Advanced 5e is basically a D&D in the 5e world, and it adds a huge amount of stuff to the game, where basically every time you level up, you're getting different abilities that you wouldn't have normally had before, and you can sort of fine-tune them quite a lot to a very unique character, not sort of the archetypal D&D classes that you'd normally have. For example, my character this evening is a bard, but he's kind of like a bit of a druidy mud bard in a way, and there's lots of other unique adaptions to what you would normally see in a D&D class, thanks to Advanced 5e. There's also lots of expertises that your character can have in very specific fields, which give you bonus dice and all those kinds of things. Many different origins and heritages. It's really changed the way you build a character. So you're going to see a lot of that this evening. You can go back to our previous episode if you want to get a little bit more in-depth explanation of what characters we're playing and how we built them and how they differ from a classic D&D 5e character. So yeah, I hope you enjoy seeing us showcase Level Up Advanced 5e this evening.
I mean, I think we're all pretty excited to start using our new characters, especially for the thing we're all here for, a good bit of combat. But before all of that still, like always, we are sponsored by the wonderful people over at Valkyrie RPG, the place you go to for apparel, dice-related things, and all the good stuff you should be buying to make your D&D games better. I know I'm looking at a pair of dice for Campaign 2 from them.
Ooh.
So if you go to Valkyrie-RPG.co.uk,
correct,
and type in Tales10 at checkout to get 10% off on any purchases made online. I think that's right.
That was amazing.
Except
well
for
done.
subscription boxes, because they are already heavily discounted.
Nailed it.
That as well. That's the one thing I forgot. Also, we don't ask for them, we don't beg for them, but if you do want to subscribe, please go down below and hit those buttons, whichever ones they are. But also, if you feel like using a bit of that, Amazon money, you can link your Amazon Prime account to Twitch and get a free subscription for however long, I believe a month. So
it is a month.
Yeah.
Costs nothing, as long as you've got Amazon Prime.
Yep. All it does is make Jeff Bezos a little bit angrier and us a little bit happier, and that's always a good thing.
Indeed.
That's everything. Is there anything else? Is there anything else I'm forgetting now? Are we good to go?
No.
We are down a member this evening.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Han is not feeling very well, but they are going to be back soon. And their character will be controlled by you, I think, tonight, Dan, right?
Yes. Just very simple remote control. I'm not going to step too much into their shoes, just so you're not a man down. But yes, we love her. We wish her well. Want them back.
Mm-hmm.
But that's pretty much everything there is. So, we all ready to start?
No,
Boy,
that's not everything.
Is it not?
Ooh.
No.
Okay.
We have
more.
We have more good things. Firstly, before I get into the new promo and the new information, does anybody else get so happy inside every time Dan says apparel the way he does?
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
The way you say apparel is just, it makes me happy every time you do apparel. I'm like, yes, it is, Dan. I love that from you.
Is that not how you say it?
No, apparel.
It's like,
anyway,
it's like a chef's kiss.
yeah, it's so
just
good.
Wonderful.
Makes me happy on like all fronts. But yeah, so we are officially like less than a month away now. It is a month today that we kick off our brand new campaign. And yes, okay, we showed you who was going to sponsor us for the long term for campaign 3 and for campaign 2, and we're very excited to have our sponsors on board. But we have something a bit different to show you this evening. A little bit of a tease. A little bit of a peek behind the curtains, some would say. But that's enough from me. Let me show you. One sec.
Look to the skies.
Fear is their weapon of choice. So I say we turn that weapon back on them.
I guess we're in for another fight. I've been there before.
Time to breathe some life into these old bones.
It's okay. You can do this. Remember, Grandpa believes in you.
I think this will shape up to be rather interesting.
Well, there we are. Who are they? What kind of characters are they? Who is playing who?
Rather
Well,
exciting.
tune in on the 14th of November. It is a month today, so put it in your calendars. Like, come in every week anyway, but like put that in your calendar because the 14th of November we kick off, and I think that's the first time we've announced the full name of the campaign as well.
I think it is, yeah.
With Erelon, A Destined Journey, which is going to be our long-term new campaign. It's going to be a lot different to what you've used to here on the channel. Lots of new rule sets, lots of new people to meet, and you're going to get to meet these guys from level 1.
Level 1, baby!
In a rather peculiar position. So tune in for the first session of that, because it is not going to start how you anticipate it might. But
Can I just say, holy shit! I haven't watched the trailers. I just jumped on stream just before, just to watch it with everybody else, and damn, you guys did a good job.
Right?
That was sick. That
So
was
good.
so
You
cool.
copyright-free stock videos on the internet.
And I don't know, has anyone else seen their art yet made by hand?
not yet.
That was the
So
first
everyone
outline.
has just seen the outline now.
I've seen
I'm
mine.
so excited. Oh, of course you've fucking seen it because you piece of...
There was some specifics I had to clarify.
Oh, it looks so good though.
It's there.
It
It's
does.
very, very exciting. I'm very excited to step into the shoes of...
Whoever you're going to be.
nearly said their name for a second.
We shall
tease.
wait and we shall see. We shall wait and we shall see. But that's it from me, Dan.
Excellent stuff, exciting stuff. I mean, we're all poised, but there are still 3 sessions of this left to go, and don't think you're out of the woods yet because you've barely stepped into them. So, everyone, grab yourself a drink of choice, find yourself a comfortable chair and a place to sit as we dive into another episode at Tales on Tap.
Woo 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 woo.
One. So last time we don't laugh at me.
Sorry, I said 3. So for those at home that are wondering, I went in the background. I went 3, 2, as you do in film, and Dan went 1. That was brilliant.
Super professional, guys.
That's what we are here. Nothing but.
Yeah.
So, when last we joined this party, we were meeting them, no less, at the Guild of Hearth and Home, a golden company, only a month old, but fairly good friends, to say the least. We had Colin, Our gnomish smith with ideas above his station and no qualms about standing up to people who really annoy him. Crumb, the silent but stern cleric of the sun. Nala, our bodybuilding protein fiend who just a little ray of sunshine amongst the things. Hyacinth, our pyromancer wizard, learned, educated, and astute note taker, in and out. And then last but not least, we had Rufus, friendly, sweet, and just an all-round lovely guy.
Okay.
They started in the morning with a simple mission to go and get notes about the foundation crack that was outside the church. On their way there, they wandered through the waterways and the markets, stopping where they could, annoying who they could until they reached it. There they met Romand, the 10-gallon hat-wearing dwarf who was as confused and mildly worried about the crack as everyone else. One of his own had touched something that had started seeping through, and his hand was slowly starting to what looked like decay at a rapid state. Realizing that they couldn't figure much, they returned to tell Trent what little they had learned to find Alistair Silverstair, the maester of coin for this city and all-round out-of-touch jolly giant guy, introducing himself and telling them that his simple but well-meaning son had once again wandered off to try and find heroic deeds to do. He promised them a hefty amount of gold and a small amount of revere if they brought him back unscratched. Of course, Colin, leaping at the chance for more gold and more fame, shook his hand before it even moved from his pocket. Trent advised them on a way to track him down, and Hyacinth, Rufus, and Crumb met Almast and Lair, a pair of punk, rock, and goth wizards respectively, who gave them a small stone which would, within the vicinity of him, point in the direction of his sword. Making their way out and across fields and greenlands, they were on the trail of what was owlbear destruction, or so they were told, coming to some idea that perhaps this was strange. They're not usually known to come down this far south and this inland. As they traveled, they quickly came across very disenchanted farmers, one especially who had had an entire herd of cows mauled, it seems, in the blink of an eye. Coming into the field and seeing this absolute just mess of bovine. As a group, they quickly came to the realization that whatever this thing was, it wasn't hunting or feeding. It simply seemed to be killing for the sake of killing. As they looked at the stone and saw it was pointing towards the forest where they were hoping their missing comrade Vincent might be, from behind, cracks and groans as the desiccated corpses of cows started to slowly rise from the ground and stare blankly at the floor, as it soon turned out that this was not going to be a normal or easy day. And that's where we pick up today. And I'm going to jump you straight into the map.
Amazing. Give me 2 seconds. I'm doing this very quickly.
Okay.
Done. That's one done with overlays.
Hey.
Boom. There's the names so that people know what the fucking hell we're talking about. And I will do this one quickly too. Multitasking for the win.
I'm looking forward to messing up some already very messed up cows.
So, you can all see the map, right?
Yeah.
Good,
Yeah.
it's working.
That looks incredible. That looks so cool.
I've placed you roughly where I thought you would be. Can you move those, by the way?
Yes, sir.
Dope, cool. Then it's working how it should.
I can also
Oh,
move
wow.
the cows, so I can move everything. But
That's fine. Just stick to yourself, and we'll be all right.
Stick to yourself.
This is a very pretty map.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
man.
So, where we left off last time, you five. There's 5, and there's 4 of you here. were about to make your way towards a sort of large, dense woodland that was about 200 feet away from this farmstead when, from behind you, you heard as the cows slowly rose from the ground, just stood.
I don't
Not-
remember that being so creepy yesterday or last time.
Yeah, they didn't
We'll
sound like
take
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've cleared my throat since then.
I'm more terrified now.
As you look at them, they don't seem to be doing anything. You can see the sinew and the muscle and sort of just open areas of these things as they stand. And then slowly, it's strange, but like one will extend a leg out, but it's straight. There's no bend to it, and it'll sort of wobble to one side, and then it'll learn to move. It'll move a back one, and it looks like they're remembering how to walk or move. Their legs are very like if you've ever seen a goat fate, they're very straight.
That was the best description.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Well done, Dan.
But yes, as they're sort of just these four. There were 8, but there is only 4 that have arisen, and they're very just jankily moving straight-legged in place as if they're trying to remember what to do, not looking down from the ground at the moment anyway.
Okay. So they don't appear to have reacted to our presence.
Not as of yet, but they are very freshly up. You don't none of you have ever come across anything like this before, so this is pretty much brand new from all of you. Crumb, at most, you would have vague knowledge or mild teachings that undead are a thing and that they can come back, but in your travels you would never have actually come across them. And they just sort of stand, and every so often you'll hear just like a snap of like a bone or a rib as one leg moves a bit more, and then slowly they seem to regain. Like,
Guys, this doesn't look very good.
Oh fuck! That's a disgusting barbecue.
Just as this happens, Nala will move in front of the 2 small ones.
Yep.
And a natural
Crumb's gonna do the
sort of
same.
protective instincts sort of kicked in, and she starts to twirl her
Hey,
tongue bell.
Hey, I can still see through your legs, so I'm fine.
Just like
Wow.
normal then.
Well, Nala, as you do move into position as you are, the
Yep.
closest one to you, its head just, and you hear like a really hideous snap of like the neck and the vertebrae as its head doesn't so much turn as it just rotates, and you sort of see one very pale eye sort of roll slightly your way. None of the others seem to have reacted, just this one, but that one is now looking towards your direction.
Guys, we're fighting these, right?
Well, I mean, if we can avoid it. I mean, I'm down for a fight. You know, I'm down for a fight, but
Okay, that's
Do we have
permission.
to?
And she steps forward and
How exactly are we
Swing
supposed to
her.
kill that thing?
she swings her dung belt up to catch it on its head.
Hey,
I got
Rufus,
permission.
just remember, every great story of a hero starts with a dead cow. Let's go, buddy.
Okay. And with great pleasure, I would like for all of you to roll initiative, please.
I prefer mine spit roasting over a hearth.
Do I get my hit off before initiative rolls, or? I mean, I don't mind if not. I'm just asking.
You know what? Actually, yeah. Yeah.
Just walks up and clocks
Seeing as it actually wasn't doing anything at the time you decided to go and crack this thing on the head, you get 1 attack off before we start.
Okay.
also please tell me your dumbbell is an improvised weapon and you have tavern brawler.
No, it's we're rolling it as a warhammer because of the weight of it.
Makes sense.
So I'm
Nice.
rolling it. It's my type of warhammer. That is a 19.
That definitely hits this thing.
Okay, so that is a D8. Or... Yeah. 5 plus 3. That's 8 points of damage. Bludgeoning.
Excellent. And yeah.
Oh, sorry,
as
9
you-
because it's +1. Sorry, 9 plus a die.
9. Excellent. Yeah, and as you do, and you just sort of swing this dumbbell around and just crack this thing across the head, its entire head just, and it sort of juts backwards, and you can see the sort of large indentation where the sort of the plate has hit the skull, and it's not cut it open, but it's just caved in a small part of its head,
Nice.
and it just sort of like it stands with its head at this really awful angle, and you just hear from its ribs like.
Nice.
And it just stands, and like genuinely, it just stands there. Its head now tilted at an awful angle.
Nice.
And yes, now everyone, please roll initiative.
Oh,
Okay.
that was very good.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
For having
Not
no
bad.
decks, that is insane.
So, who's I do know how to do this. So 25 to 20, that's how we do it first.
Yeah. 22.
Hey. Okay, 20 to 15.
18.
19.
So sorry, Nala was 18. Colin,
I was-
you were
19. He
you were
was
19. There we go. Colin was 18.
I got to 6.
Do you wish me
Oh,
to
no.
roll for hyacinths, or do you want to roll for?
I'll
Yeah.
roll just because. Okay.
Love it when the DM makes that noise.
Rufus,
Yeah.
what's your dexterity?
My dexterity
Oh,
is
God.
+0.
Okay, so
I'm a little guy.
Just a little guy.
I'm just a little guy with a little belly.
we've heard that before.
Whoa.
I was talking about Admiral Flapjack.
No, I get it. I just felt seen in that moment.
We're here for you, brother. We're here
You
for
sure
you.
you felt seen? It sounded like you felt accused.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Hey Dan, he said a little guy with a little belly.
Fuck you, brother.
I
Right,
had
okay.
to. I love
No, you
buddy.
didn't. No, you didn't. No, you actually didn't.
Okay, so at home, please bear with me. This is my first combat encounter ever. I will do my best. Same for you guys.
Oh, yeah. Let's
But-
go.
With a 22.
All
Colin,
right.
are you
So, here's what I'm gonna do. First and foremost, Buster, I'm gonna race forward. But as I do so, I'm gonna use my new level up ability
you
to,
Randy
as
Savage?
a bonus action, I am going to mark my foe.
So my voice is different because last week I had a cold.
I'm gonna get him.
I had like a
I'm
really.
gonna take these cows and I'm gonna make them into burgers.
I had a really bad throat last week, so my voice was a lot easier to do. Colin's voice was a lot easier to do last week, whereas
This week it's a lot
I
different.
like Randy Savage the Gnome.
So,
Go for
here we go.
third level, your martial direction improves your efficiency of your allies' attacks against an enemy that you focus your attention on. You can use a bonus action to choose a creature you can see within 30 feet until the start of your next turn. Creatures who are able to hear or see you gain an expertise die on attacks made against that creature.
Ooh, nice.
And I'm gonna choose this little motherfucker right here.
Okay, go for it.
I'm also gonna run over and hit him with my maul.
What happened to the big action hero? Now Kermit the Frog is here.
I am going to run forward, and you see that like he just drops the end of the maul down and drags it along the floor as he runs because he's tiny, right? So he's
Yeah.
dragging this thing behind him, and Colin launches himself up and just swings the maul up like boof onto the chin of this cow
Nice.
for a 17 to hit, Dan.
That's definitely hitting.
So this is 2d6 plus 5 is a 14 total damage. Please?
Ooh. Hold on, let me just got myself some hit points. How would you say 14?
14.
Cool. Okay. Sorry, I'm doing things by pencil and paper.
You're okay, brother.
Cool. As you drag this maul behind and leave this small indentation in the ground and just like launch it up, you clock it right on the tip of the chin and its head just woof, straight up. And again, you hear the horrible snap of vertebrae and bones as it sort of sits in place for a few seconds and then just drops back down. It looks a little bit looser than it did before.
We got him on the ropes, guys.
Okay. Is that everything on your turn?
That's my bonus action and action. I will probably, for the sake of it, so I was here, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go around to here. In fact,
Cool.
to hit. I'm going to move behind it. So, like, poof, launch this maul up, but the weight of this maul just kind of, like, takes me over the cow, and I just go, poof, land behind it. Like, the maul
Nice.
drops down and hits the ground next to me.
Love it. Okay. Next in turn, that would be Nala.
Okay. Nala is gonna shake out her muscles, and you see as the smiling sort of entertainer sort of face kind of drops, and she suddenly gets this serious sort of furrowed brow look, and she's going to bonus action rage.
Hey,
Nice.
we like to see it.
It's slightly
How does Nala look like when
different
she
with
rages?
this level up thing. So
Yeah.
I get extra rage hit points
Yes,
that
you do.
every round that I'm still raging, they build.
Oh,
Do that.
Yeah.
nice.
Shit.
So when I activate my rage, I will get 5 times my berserker level, which I am level 3. So I get 15 extra hit points.
Woo!
Okay.
Big
Oh,
money.
wow. Now you
Yeah.
really
That
have
rage
to
is
like
awesome.
focus on a barbarian. Usually you just avoid them and take them in the end. Now you have to take them in the beginning if that's
Yeah.
the case. Damn.
This is
Never
incredible. Another useful
Then
feature
she's
brought to
going
you
to
by
go
Level Up.
quack on. So she went up. So now she's going down.
Down. Cool.
Trying- She's really trying to actually just take the head off. Like,
So
I mean,
good.
Okay, good shout.
okay, that's not great. That's only a 12.
I'm afraid meets beats. Only just. As you crack it up and its head kind of tilts at this weird angle, you bring it down, but you don't quite take into
Yeah.
account the thickness of this thing's skull. And as you do, there's this sort of cling as the bell ricochets off the dense part of the head, and it's still.
Oh, sorry, I get +2 because I'm raging.
True.
Here you
Oh
do.
no, that's the damage.
Oh, sorry, no, I don't.
Oh,
You're right. Sorry,
okay.
carry on.
Yeah, as you sort of ricochet off this really thick bit of skull, where its head was stood now, it sort of it comes back down and it seems to hang a little bit. But yeah, anything else on your turn?
No, I'm going to stay staring down, trying to stare down. What's
It's like
down?
a Western showdown as it's one eye. Excellent. Okay, Crumb, you're up.
Right. Let's see. I mean, we're just gonna whack these things. So Crumb's gonna run. Let's see. That's. How do I change this thing again? So I can. Oh, right there. Crumb's gonna run over here to this cow.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna take out Malice. Yes, I named my weapon because that's what I do.
Do it.
So good.
So he's gonna take out Malice, which is this, it has a very short handle. It's a warhammer, but it has a very short sort of handle, very like Thor-esque.
Yeah.
But it has sort of this sort of almost crimson and copper plating around it,
Okay.
sort of detailed in it with a little, it's the stamp sort of my holy symbol of my deity.
Okay. Yeah.
And he's gonna swing around, shield in one hand, and warhammer in the other hand, and just gonna try to basically do a baseball swing against
Yeah.
this house
Do
head.
it.
So
Roll
good.
Me to hit. Roll me to hit.
Roll with advantage and plus a D. What is it? D4 expertise die, or is it D6?
D4 if you're just using one area of expertise, but if you're using 2 area of expertise, you use a D6.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's with Colin's thing, so I don't know what that is. Was it a D6 or D4?
Collins.
Oh, yeah,
you
it's a
get,
D4.
you get to roll an expertise die.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So whatever
okay.
your expertise die is, you gain an expertise die on attacks against the creature,
Cool.
any creature that I have marked, which is this one.
Oh, okay. Well,
Ah.
I'm pretty sure that's gonna hit. That's above the. Yeah,
Nice.
for sure. That's above 25. I rolled a 4 on my D4.
Yeah.
And I rolled a
You've-
17.
Yeah. Clock this thing. Deal me some damage.
Right. Used a warhammer in like so long. What is it? It's 1d8 single-handed, right?
It's a +1 Warhammer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's one.
Yeah.
Make sure you're adding that.
D8. Let's use that one because that one's new. New dice. You'd like it. Oh, new dice are treating me good. Right, so that's 10 plus 3 plus 1,
14.
14. Because it's just plus modifier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 14 damage.
I mean, big swing as this hammer comes into the side of this thing's as its head sort of hung a little bit loose, and you just crack this thing. It sort of whips, like it's got whiplash, and sort of almost folds around and hits its own neck, and then like flies back, and like one of those doorstop things, like springs, just. And
As it does, Crumb's just gonna go, oh fuck, you've been cooked for too long. And do I have anything for my bonus action? I wonder. Let's see. No, I don't think so. No, that's me.
Cool. Okay. Well, it is now Cal 1's turn.
Yeah, one.
Cal 1, which is the one directly in front of you, Nala.
Okay.
And as you cracked it on the head, and then it's again tried to, and it sort of bounced off, you sort of see this thing. Something in it seems to move, and you sort of see a strange ripple through what skin is left on its form, like shiver across it.
Okay.
I'm going to roll. Okay, cool. So. Cool. And as you,
Why'd you have to laugh? Like,
because this is going to be fun. So as this thing sort of stares at you, and its one eye is glaring at you, from its neck you see like a bulge. And you see the skin grow and sort of contort and twist, and then from its neck you just see as this huge tentacle emerges from its neck.
Oh
It
god.
just sort of like flies around in front of you quickly before it's going to make a whipping attack towards you as this thing tries to crack you across the face.
that's rude.
Yeah, these cows aren't particularly pleasant.
Just singing the Willa Smith song as it does.
So that's a 17 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
Cool. So that is going to be... That's not bad for you. You're a barbarian. That is 10 points of bludgeoning damage as this thing... It sort of wiggles around, stops, and just whack. Sort of almost backhands you if it had one across the face, and you just feel this very heavy, fleshy mass just strike you.
Was that 10 points halved, yeah?
Yeah, so it'll be 10 points halved because of
Thank you for reminding me
rage,
that.
obviously.
Yeah, very important to remember when playing a barbarian.
Very important.
It is very important.
I get
Also,
slapped by this tentacle. That's not very ladylike.
but I'm also going to need you to make me a strength saving throw, please.
Ooh.
Of course.
Yes. I mean, you're a bodybuilder. Let's go.
Yeah, better not fail this one.
I got a natural 20.
Let's go!
That's cool. So 24?
Yeah, I mean easily. So as this fleshy mass like strikes you, you feel it try to wrap around your head and sort of try to grapple you in place, but you just, I mean, your neck is built for this kind of thing, and you just flex out of the way and it just lets go. Like you've got shoulder muscles for days. You are fine.
There's traps, yeah.
Yeah.
Whack! Just straight in the trap.
Okay, that was cow number 1. Cow number 2, the one sandwiched between Crumb and Colin. Okay. Colin.
Yeah.
Not Colin, sorry, Crumb.
Okay.
Seeing as you were the last thing to do damage to this cow, and it is limp-headed staring at you, its head kind of like pulls back into place as you see sort of muscles tense and pull back, and what was the neck and the head sort of come back into place. Its eye looks at you in that weird way cows do when it's all white and a bit of pupil.
Oh god.
And as it opens its mouth, you see the cheeks start to tear and split as the
god.
sinew opens up. And all of those flat, grinding teeth start to just push out and away as they are replaced with these jagged, like just fangs and maws. As it sort of looks at you and goes, and it goes in to make a bite attack on you.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna use my reaction.
Okay.
To go,
To go, yeah, literally go, and shove my hammer into its mouth, because I have a subclass ability called Fighting Fit, which Boon of the Protector, which means that when a creature within my range hits me or an ally with a melee attack, I can use my reaction to make a melee attack against that one as well.
Nice.
That's what happens simultaneously.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to go for the bite attack first, and then you roll for your hammer attack. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
I just want to see how these things play out. Yeah. So that was a nat 1. So as this thing's gigantic mouth sort of like it distends and opens to come around you, quicker than that, you just ram your hammer into its mouth. Make an attack for me.
Nice.
I've already rolled. Do you want me to keep that or roll again?
I'll keep it. It's fine.
Okay. So I rolled a natural 19.
Cool. So roll your damage.
So I'm just gonna go. Ah! Just shove it in there.
So good.
Damn, that is probably the most. I do the most damage when I panic. 8 plus 3 is
11.
11.
Okay.
Plus 1.
12.
Yeah,
Cool.
12.
Okay, and as you do, and this thing's mouth tries to come around you, and you just, in natural fear as you would when seeing something like this, you just, and hit it so hard that you see part of its skull just dislocate and sort of fall to the side as its like teeth shatter, and you just see bone and blood sort of pouring out. Half of its head, it seems to have cracked down the center, and half of its head is slightly offside to the rest of it. And it just kind of looks at you as like...
It's ridiculous that we're fighting these things, and as he's describing them, we still don't know whether they're dead or not. It's like, yeah, half of its skull has fallen off and stuff like that, and we're like, and it just stands there looking at you. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake!
I mean,
as I push this thing in, I'm just gonna quickly lean over to the side to look towards Colin and be like, "What the fuck did you make this warhammer of?"
It's a found in the market.
I mean, okay, I'll give you this. It looks more fucked up than it did 2 minutes, like 10 seconds ago. It looks worse, but they will look bad anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. We now move on to count number 3, which is the one just behind Colin. It's now definitely noticed whatever was in range is going on. But this one doesn't seem to... Well, it jankily sidles up behind you, Colin.
Yep.
And it just goes for a cow bite attack. Like nothing seems to happen. It just genuinely, a cow head just comes behind you and it just tries to chomp down on your shoulder a bit.
Okay. With advantage.
Say again.
With advantage.
Oh, of course.
Thank you.
Advantage. Okay, that's just an 11 to hit.
Does this creature class as at least one size larger than me?
Ooh,
small.
So I'm small, so this has to be medium.
I guess it would. I mean, if you're only 3 feet, these are at least 6 foot. Like, they're proper cows.
Then I have an additional +1 to my AC, so regardless, no. That doesn't matter.
Yeah, as it sort of like stumbles up behind you, noticing apparently one of its own is being absolutely mauled. You just see these very flat, gross teeth just try and chomp down on you, but it's more of an annoyance than it is an attack. You're just like, no, fuck, get up. You're just sort of like holding it, like pushing it a bit as it's like.
Has his warhammer over its shoulder and it's accidentally just pushing against the warhammer.
As it goes, that's the sound cows make.
Yep, love that.
That's what my toys did as a kid. Didn't
Arnold, is that you?
Arnold? Well, he voiced by Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay, right. I'm just going to quickly. So Hyacinth is going to move to here, and yes, aiming for one Nala is at. We are just going to throw a firebolt because I think I can remember that. Yeah, that's going to hit. So that was I think it was a dirty 20 to hit from what I've written in the notes, which is fine. Firebolt's 1d10, isn't it?
Yeah.
12? Yes.
Yes.
Is it 12?
1d10. 1d10.
1d10, yeah. Yeah, cool. Okay, that's
12d10?
That's what I heard, yeah.
10d10?
Yeah, and as they summon this sort of fireball to the hand and launch it towards this cow, you watch it engulf aside. And the cow seems to, it seems to not react kindly to this as what would be classed as pain, you sort of see it go as the fire seems to seep and burn into bits of it, and it didn't take kindly to the fire.
Oh, get to the chopper!
Which one did Hyacinth just hit? The one next to
Nala.
Okay, cool.
Yes, that is cow number 3.
Now smelling like roast beef.
Yes, it smells a bit like off steak.
Nala's next attack is just going to be a bite attack.
That brings us to Rufus.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Hello. So Rufus starts.
Oh God. Oh.
He just gets his shield out and his little horn, and he starts into his horn, sort of chanting, kind of. Just kind of like a rhythmic yodel, and then he turns and he points to Nala, and he says, "Before your strength, on enemies fall." And I'll give her bardic inspiration, and I have combat inspiration. So not only can you use that on the attack roll, you could also use it to roll an additional weapon damage dice, or you can use it as a reaction to add the rolled number to your AC.
Okay, good to know. And it is a what dice?
It's a D6.
D6, good to know. Thank you.
And is it just on the one thing? So
yeah. So it's either a weapon attack or a damage dice, or add to your AC as a reaction to getting hit, or an ability check if you end up doing one of those.
Yeah, nice.
Highly doubt it. Okay, thank you.
And then he says, "Now turn these spare ribs into meatballs." I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery on the one that's in front of Nala.
That was class.
That was really good. Just out of curiosity, do creatures need to have a certain intelligence for that to work, or is it just work regardless?
It's just a wisdom saving throw, and they don't have to understand my language.
Dope. Yeah. Fire away. Mock these things.
Yeah. So it's a wisdom saving throw, DC 14.
They just feel the shade.
I
Okay.
don't know why, because they're too dumb
Yeah.
to know why. But they're hurt by it anyway.
This isn't good.
I called
can't even
them spare
understand
ribs.
Okay, so that was a 9 minus 2,
Hey,
so that's a 7.
they take 4 points of psychic damage. Max damage, guys.
Nice.
Does Vicious Mockery give them disadvantage as well?
It does. It gives them disadvantage on their next attack.
Excellent stuff. Yeah. So as you roast this beef, yeah.
Love that.
Thank you. I'll be here all week. You just from the corner of its head, you see a little bit of blood pour out of its ear, just because it didn't appreciate the meat puns. And that leaves us with cow number 4.
Cow number 4.
This lonely little guy.
D4.
over here. How far away is he?
And also, I'm just going to take a step sort of closer to and in front of Hyacinth as well.
Okay.
That is the end of my turn.
Okay. Cow number 4 doesn't seem to have picked up too much of what's going on around it. It is, however, aware that number 1 is in some way being attacked. And it's
I'm imagining them as a Star Trek away team. Number 1 is under attack.
Engage.
they've all got red shirts on. And it's going to kind of stumble this way, just to here, because it's janky, to say the least. And it now seems to be sort of eyeing you, Rufus. It's just sort of staring your way. Its head's tilted, and you sort of see the eyes trying to focus, and it kind of just locks in on you.
Can I take a free action just because we're close to the end of my turn to just shout something out that I forgot?
Yeah, go for it.
I'll just shout out to everyone. It looks like they get stronger if you attack them.
He's a smart
Don't know
man.
now.
But yes, that's all from cow number
The dumb one's done until we're ready.
Cool. Top of the initiative, we are back round to Colin.
All right.
All right, brother.
all right.
Right, what I'm gonna do now
All right, brother.
Promise we're not
is
drunk, right?
I
This is
am
just us.
going to...
Speak for yourself.
I do speak over.
I'm going to attack the cow in between myself and Crumb, please.
Go for it.
With advantage.
With advantage, take him.
taken.
Finish him.
Okay, so that is an 18 plus 7, so 25
That
to hit.
definitely hits, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit that cow between me.
So that is
Name of the others.
12 points of damage.
Okay. How are you going to finish off this first bovine?
So seeing that Crumb has got the Warhammer like jammed up, Colin is just going to see the opportunity and launch up and almost in slow motion wield them all and go, Colin! and smash them all down on the back of this zombie's head to like concave it into the Warhammer. And as it drops down, I kind of like look at Crumb and go,
At least now it knows. You took it to the afterlife.
Can I quickly flip my Warhammer so it's like with a pointier sides?
I mean, to be... like, you were holding this thing sort of snapping more back with, like... your hammer was on the roof of its mouth. As you see the mighty small form of Colin just leap across the top of the back of this cow, and sort of like a sandwich motion, he just cracks this thing in the back of the head, and you just watch its head like... You just sort of see it like splay out slightly as this huge crater appears on the top of its head. And it just... And it seems to... It wasn't breathing, it wasn't doing anything, but whatever life was in it stops. And it just sort of falls sideways to the ground.
okay.
And it is done.
I like that. And then what I'm going to do...
For my next trick,
I am going to use one of my other level up gnomish traits. And as a bonus, well, it's my gnome gift, actually. And as a bonus action, Colin just goes, whoop, and turns invisible.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Colin
With that
turns
exact sound
invisible,
effect.
bloop, and goes invisible, and I will run to here.
Okay. So yeah, Crumb, from your perspective, you saw Colin cave this thing's head in. Look at you. Now it knows. Boop. And gone. And that's all. That's it. That's all you know.
That's all she wrote.
That's it. And I will run over there next to, in between Nala and Rufus, not that they know.
Did you
in
turn
fact,
invisible?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna go here actually.
Oh, there you are. You disappeared
Yeah.
for a second. It was a proper trick.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Check. And that's it.
Oh,
That's my turn.
I think I just moved someone.
No,
I don't think so.
good.
That's
think
okay, fine. Don't worry, I lost connection.
Was it the farmer? Because if so, fuck that guy.
Just from Gingham Curtains, you can just see a farmer and his wife looking.
Oh wait, he has a wife.
I mean, he had a whole family. There was more than one of them.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Well, no, because if it's a farm with a family, then they earn a lot more money than a single farmer would on a. So now we know that he's got more money to pay us for sorting his cow problem out.
Cool. Nala, you're up.
Would I have noticed someone run past me invisible? Because I have a thing where I have a better perception up against people that are invisible.
Which is?
You could, but those kind of checks are usually actions, aren't they?
Okay, I wouldn't waste an action on that.
I think
it was
DM,
wind.
Other DMs, that's usually an action, isn't it?
Unless it would, if the ability is just natural and you don't have to do anything to activate it, then it would go to passive perception, I guess. So.
Yeah.
All right, what's your passive perception then?
My passive perception is. Oh fuck! I haven't
Is this
filled
like a
that out.
speciality thing?
I have no idea. What is passive perception normally?
It's 10 plus your wisdom modifier.
Plus, yeah. So
It's 10.
it's 10 plus your passive.
No.
10 plus your
Wisdom.
perception.
So it's 10.
Yeah. 10. Cool. I'm gonna say if you were actively trying to look,
Nah, I wouldn't have.
you wouldn't be. But no, no idea.
Okay.
You just
So-
think he's gone.
Nala is going to try something with flair.
Okay.
So what she wants to do
Attack.
is
Action.
she
What
kind of
energy?
wants to do like a cartwheel over the cow,
Okay.
and as she lands on the other side, she's going to smack her warhammer down. As she's like halfway over, she's going to hit it with her warhammer.
All right. Quick question: which side of the cow are you landing? Bearing in mind you don't know where Colin is.
I would land here, and land the other side of it.
Okay.
Bing.
Can I also just say that I really appreciate how you said schmack.
Smack.
Yeah,
It
do you
goes
know-
a swing.
You know what? I'm a 4-shot DM. I'm going to be nice. You can do this. You're a performer. You're a bodybuilder. Of course, this is second nature to you.
Light
so
work.
Absolutely.
Give it a swing.
Do your little performance and go.
You have your inspiration. Bardic
I don't need
inspiration.
it for that. That's an 18.
Yep, that hits.
And it's D8. That's only a 3, so I will add it to the damage die. So it's a D6. Where's my D6? Fuck. So it's a 3. Altogether, that's 9 points of damage.
Did you add your 2 for
Nice.
rage?
2 for range.
11 points of damage. This is not the normal barbarian.
Yeah.
Trust me, I literally had to write it in my dice tray when I played a barbarian, so every time I rolled, I had +2 for rage right in front of my face.
As you do, and sort of hobby horse over this cow, one arm on its back, you just bring the hammer down and just sort of crack it straight in the side, and you hear this splinter and snap of ribs, and a bit of internal stuff just falls out onto the floor as you dismount gracefully, and you are now behind cow number 1.
I'm going to land with a, ta-da!
She sticks the landing.
I'm going to move to here to be able to survey, and she's going to look at see where all the monsters are.
Okay.
She doesn't take opportunity attacks because she has a feat or an ability that lets her disengage as a bonus action as a barbarian.
Yes, that is.
damn.
Yes, you do. I remember reading that and going, for fuck's sake.
Damn. Thank you, Level Up Advanced 5e.
So good.
Yeah.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
That was Nala's impressive turn. We are now down to Crumb.
Also, question,
Yes.
Nala. Don't you have you been hit or something?
I have been hit once.
Okay. Do you still get your 15 extra hit points this turn?
Yeah.
You get
Yeah,
15,
yeah,
They
15
stack.
hit points.
Oh my
They-
god.
They stack every round.
Hey,
So-
shit,
How
Can't
long
be
do
right.
they last? They last
As
until
long
you're
as I'm raging.
You gain 15 hit points every round. It's
3
stacks.
times your barbarian or berserker level.
Are you sure those stack?
Three times, so that would be
100%. I literally just looked
that
at
would be
it.
9. That would be 9 if it's 3 times your berserker level.
No, it's five times 3.
Oh,
5 times your berserker level. And we're
Oh
level 3.
damn, that's nice.
Let me just double check that they stack. I've got it up in front of me.
We take those.
Rage. Why are you gain the benefits?
Well, yeah. So DM,
Anyways.
I want to do something crazy.
Okay.
Here we go.
Seeing as this cow is like half dissected.
The one in front of you or the one behind
Yeah.
it?
No, the one in front of me.
Okay, yeah.
I want to chuck it at the other cow.
Oh, it is one time.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
I think it just replenishes.
Yeah, so it stacks. The maximum number of rage hit points you can have at one time is equal to 5 times your berserker level.
Okay, so it goes back up to 15. Not 25 is what I've got now.
Okay.
It goes back up to 15. So you keep getting...
Yeah, because
so
it's
you
next
keep getting-
round.
Right, so you keep getting up to you keep getting the maximum of the... Right.
Yeah, you gain 15 temporary hit points each round, but your maximum is 15.
Is 15.
Now,
Okay.
with resistance
Well,
to magic
that's
slashing as
still-
well. That's dope.
Hold on, where's the... Hold on a second.
Anyway, let's
Yeah.
review this during the break.
yeah.
Right.
He's not dying yet, so
Yeah. You want to chuck that cow at the other one.
sorry.
Right. I mean, it's like there's bits of it, like there's hefty amounts of it gone, but this is still like a 700-pound creature. Like it was a cow not an hour ago. Like it's still a
Yeah.
hefty thing.
I count as large for anything that I carry, lift, or push, or drag, or shove. Because of my dwarven fortitude.
Okay, what I'm gonna say is you can do like a hammer throw, so sort of grab it, like turn it, and
Yeah.
almost sort of like
German suplex.
yeah. But it's not going to be the same damage as your weapon. You're only looking at like a D6 here because you're trying to throw. an
Yeah,
entire
no,
cow at
I'm
a
just
creature.
trying to throw a cow and see if I can knock the other cow down.
Absolutely, you do that. You go for it, my friend.
Okay,
You
cool.
hurl that cow.
Let's go. Not even kidding. That's
Got that 20.
Fuck's
Dope.
sake.
Oh, good.
Oh, I forgot to ask you to open the chunky crit table.
I've got it, mate. Don't worry.
Oh, he's prepared.
So,
All right, so
Does-
that's
do these
that's-
cows have horns? Or
No,
are they?
No, they're what are they called?
Dairy cows.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. So I'm
Scary
just
cows.
gonna grab it by the neck and just start swinging and then go.
Yeah, roll me a d6.
As he's doing that, I figured out the problem with the rage hit points. You get 2 every round.
Up to a max of
15. So I only
Right.
took 2 on the first and 2 on the second. So I've amended my hit points.
Cool.
Do I do double damage because of nat 20 or?
So yeah, just roll a d6 and double it.
Okay, cool. That is 12.
Cool.
Unless I use my strength. Do I use my strength mod for this as well?
I mean, you're really putting me on the spot here as someone who's done one combat for all 10 minutes.
I would say
it's
so.
It's up to you.
I'm going to say, probably, yeah, because you are heaving this thing. So I'm gonna say
This would
strength.
be considered a strength-based weapon, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay, in that
Only
case,
not
it's
dexterous.
in that case, it's 15. So I do more by heaving this cow than I do
Yeah,
by
that's
attacking
fine.
with my weapon.
Makes
And-
sense, yeah.
And all of you stand in awe as this dwarf just sort of grabs it by the head, and just hammer tosses it into this other cow. And you just hear this wet thud of flesh. It's like,
Which cow
This-
took the damage?
so the
other one's
one,
dead.
the one facing down is dead. The one stood behind him, that is the one
I'm
that's
an
taking
idiot.
some
I
damage.
was confusing Crumb with Colin. It's fine.
Ah, yes. So there is now, yeah. They say you can't beat a dead horse, but you can beat a dead cow. There is one now stood next to the other one. And roll your d20 as well, because we've got a chunky crit there, don't we, for cow damage.
That's a nat 20 on the jockey crit.
You're fucking joking. That's got to be like some instant death shit.
No. Because we're only using level 3 table.
Oh,
So the lucky blow dents the foe's skull. You can deal an extra 2d6 damage with the strike. If the foe is not wearing a helmet, it permanently loses 1d4 intelligence.
I mean, I'm going to tell you now, I can't lose anymore, so it's just...
If it has 1, it can
No,
have
no.
0.
If it goes to 0, it dies.
What is it?
Is that not right?
Well, it goes like catatonic, basically.
But they're dead already. But they're dead already.
Yeah.
It can't. It basically can't do anything.
2 still
Yeah,
to
just
do,
hey,
basically.
take the 2d6. Take the 2d6, man.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So that's 9. So
9.
in total, that's 24 points of cow damage.
So good.
Yeah. And yeah, this thing looks... If zombies could look hurt, it would. And this thing does not look... It doesn't look like it's pleased that you just threw its brethren at it. But with that heifer of a move, we move on to cow number 1. The one that was just vaulted over by Nala. This huge sort of whipping tentacle still in its neck. And then sort of its head is like angled at a weird position, so it seems to be unable to look forward. We are going to... Cool. And yeah, as the tentacle sticks out from its neck, in the same way you watch the one between Colin and Crumb, its cheeks all the way down to its neck, and its jaw distends as the teeth fall out and the maw appears. And looking towards Crumb in front of it, seeing as he just hammered another cow, it is going to stumble forwards.
So good.
And it is going to make its first attack with the tentacle. Wow, my dice really aren't playing with me today. So as this thing sort of like stumbles forward, one of its legs buckles slightly, and it sort of comes off guard, and the fleshy tentacle that would have hit you with a nat 1 strikes the ground like 3 feet behind you as it just...
You're muted.
I'm just gonna pick up my warhammer and go, nope.
Yeah, and you, as it comes down, you baseball bat this thing away. You hear the king, and then with its maw, it's going to make a spite attack at you.
Toothy maw.
It takes 8 points of damage. I rolled a 15 plus 6, so 21.
Why is it taking damage? Sorry.
Because I used my reaction again.
Oh,
I get my reaction every time.
Oh, that's right, you do, don't you? So what was that?
So I rolled a 21.
No. What was the damage? I believe it
8.
what was the damage? 8. Thank you.
Oh, sorry, 9 because it's +1 as well from the weapon. So yeah, 9.
Yeah, cool. That's fine. Yeah, and as you bat this thing away, it, like with such force, you sort of see it sort of tear a little bit, and there's tendon and sort of rip in this tentacle as it sort of flails backwards.
I'm just gonna look at Nala and go, "This was a great idea. I love this."
And then we're gonna make its second attack with the maul. Oh, that's much better. That's a 18 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
Yeah, dope. And like as you bat this thing away, your arm extended, this thing just goes woof and comes round your arm and like crushes down on it.
Ew.
That is going to be 9 points of piercing as this jagged bear trap of a mouth just
I don't like this much.
comes down across your outstretched arm.
9 points.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
That is it's count number 1.
So good.
Count number 2 is, let's see. Okay. Count number 2 is still a broken mass attached, sort of slightly dented from hitting another one. Count number 3 is
Wait,
going...
what?
So count number 2 is dead.
Then why is it still doing stuff?
No,
It's not. No.
count number 3.
Oh, okay.
Count number 3 is next
I
to
got
it. Sorry.
hit by count number 2.
Okay.
I just thought numbering them would be easier.
Yeah, makes sense.
So, count number 3. Again, looking at Crumb, because he seems to be the biggest threat to them at the moment. Oh, cool.
Oh, fucking
I mean, I
unnecessary
chucked the
shade.
cow at them.
I know, but
I
like,
chucked the cow
whoa.
at them.
Focus on yourself, bud.
I mean, not the biggest threat to them, but the one that's directly in their eye line. Let's be fair to you all. You're doing very well. It's just at the moment he is in front of this thing.
Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah, that D4 came in clutch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also-
it was so good.
Speaking of, did you roll with disadvantage for the second hit as well on me? Because cow number 1 hit me, right? And cow number 1 has vicious mockery in it.
Oh, it does. You're right. Okay, let's
Roll
roll
that
again. I mean, it's a 17.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So the one stood in front of you, Crumb, sort of about 10 feet away. You're gonna watch its neck like expand and then distend. And as it opens its mouth, it goes this like torrent of bile and gut and sinew just launches forward directly towards you.
Towards who?
Say again.
Towards who?
Crumb.
Oh, okay.
So it's just it like so in a it would be a 15-foot curve, so it's going to get cow 1 as well. But towards the two of you, this thing just spit like its neck stays distended as it just essentially hurls up acidic innards at you.
Very nice.
Hey,
I'm
Mr. Barda, I hope
vegetarian
you
now,
have some
just so you
healing
know.
spells.
So I'm going to need you to draw me a dex save, please.
Thanks, same.
On your cleric. That's your job,
Fuck
buddy.
me. Hey, I'm a war cleric, essentially.
Well, that seems like a failing on your.
Yeah, that sounds like a you problem.
That's a 10.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So yeah, you in your arm in the maw of this other cow, you just have to stand as this sort of wave just you see the shadow before just as it comes down on top of you.
Choking on vomit. Yep.
So that's going to be 7 points of acid damage. As it's actually no, the cow's definitely not going to save that. So it's also going to take 7 points. So as this wave sort of hits you and you feel the sting and the burn, you watch the cow next to you as part of its face sort of like melts away, and you just see skin and flesh starting to peel away, and you can see your arm in its mouth now. Yeah, that's cow number 3.
That's like mama's bad stew.
We are
Just
going.
go.
Cool. Right, moving on to Hyacinth quickly. They are going to see Crumb take a bite, and then you don't think Han would be too unhappy if I used some of her character's stuff, do you?
No.
No.
I was going to say.
That's what it's there for.
I was
Yeah,
going to
just
suggest
checking.
that if she's
Cool.
seen one of us get damaged, if she has healing spells, she would use it.
I think she would have also picked up on the fact that fire, good.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. So
Bees well.
it's sort of with the extensive knowledge and sort of watching the battle from afar as you guys are hacking into these slightly animated cows, they're going to move to here. And I'm not gonna. I don't know how they would want to animate this, so I'm just gonna say I'm going to use Burning Hands.
Ooh.
Oh, fuck me.
And basically, in the way the wave came towards you, from behind you, just a wave of fire. But don't worry, I'll get to you in a second, Crumb. The first cow needs to make a dex save.
I'm getting acided at one point and then fucking roasted.
Yeah.
Oh god, it burns! Oh god, it burns!
It's the worst heartburn in the world. So yeah, as this sort of wave of fire comes up behind you and broadside hits this cow, and you hear it sort of screech and wail as the burn washes across it as its jaw goes limp. You, Crumb, use something that is called Cleansing Fire, which is a pyromancer wizard's ability. Anytime that a creature anytime a friendly creature would take damage from fire-based spells that you cast, they can regain hit points to their. What was it? The proficiency modifier plus, I believe, wizard spell level. So it's only 3, but the flames will sort of wrap around you.
Plus proficiency.
Yeah, proficiency. Their proficiency is only 2.
Yeah, so it'd be 5.
5.
Burning Hands is a spell, isn't it?
Proficiency plus the wizard spell level, not the level, not the.
The
wizard
level.
spell level,
3.
not the wizard.
Oh,
level.
right.
Yeah,
Sweet.
spell level, sorry.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
So,
Still,
Yes,
screw you, evocation wizard. This is so much better.
Dude, that's sick, right? Imagine just fireballing in the middle of a massive fight with all of your friends and enemies involved.
Everybody.
All of your friends heal, and
7
all the
hit
enemies
points.
get damaged.
it's only
So
one
good.
friend. It's only one friendly creature. So it's more for like
still.
spread moves, but it can work in a pinch. But yes,
Hey,
the
we're in a
flames
pinch.
feel warm and comforting as opposed to burning. And as this cow sort of falls off you and hits the ground, you regain 3 hit points as some of the flames remove the acid burns from your face and body.
That's sick.
Nice. So instead it's...
Yeah, pretty much. It's like a heat treatment.
Yeah.
We move into
One of those
Rufus.
cup things.
Oh
Go
god.
Rufus!
Arrives. So seeing Crumb getting, sorry, I was just trying to find the right page. Seeing Crumb getting pretty wailed on, he's going to turn to Crumb and he's going to say, Crumb, you are made of iron. And I think it's about time you go crazy on these motherfuckers. Sorry,
Exquisite rhyming.
and I'll give you
This
inspiration.
feels right for the yodeler.
I'll give you inspiration, and
Nice,
then
thank you.
I'll shout out. But don't worry, my friend, you're not alone. And oh wait, that one next to him is dead, isn't it?
It is now, yes.
Ah, okay.
Is there any chance you can put the X? Do you have to put the X's on the tokens?
I don't. That's why I turned them. That's why I turned them face
Okay.
down because
Yeah, sorry, I was zoomed out, so I couldn't see that. Okay. In that case, I think I'll. Can I do a different one? Can I give bardic inspiration to Colin instead?
you can't see
Oh,
Colin.
oh,
Oh, is Colin
yeah, Colin's
invisible right
invisible.
Colin's invisible.
now? I know he's here. He can hear me.
I can hear him.
I'll tell you
Yeah,
what. In
see
that case, I will, instead of using my bardic inspiration, I will activate my battle hymn.
Okay.
Which is my battle hymn.
Hymn.
And I'll just through the horn just start going like almost a mix of yodeling and Mongolian throat singing.
Yeah. It's the Who. Dope.
He went from Austrian to Australian instantly.
Australian?
It's not a didgeridoo.
It's not a didgeridoo.
Well, it sounds pretty much the same.
But I'm doing it with my. Oh fuck! Now I'm doing Australian. I'm doing it with my voice. Okay, so once at the start of my turn, you can activate a battle hymn by expending use of your bardic inspiration. No action required. So that just happens. The battle hymn I'm performing is Call to Arms. Creature can roll 1 additional weapon damage die on its weapon attacks. If the creature makes a weapon attack on its next turn or misses, you can sustain the battle hymn for another round without expending. But the key thing with battle hymns is I can assign them to people out of turn order.
Okay.
So as long as I activate the battle hymn at any point outside of my turn or whatever, doesn't use reaction, I can just focus my battle hymn on one of my companions. So for now, the Call to Arms battle hymn is activated.
Love that.
And then, as I'm doing that, so I can't see him, so I wouldn't run around to flank. I'll just charge forward at this one, and I will take a strike against him. Sorry, I'm just reloading my internet.
Go for it.
I'm gonna strike him with my sword. Sorry, I'm just reloading. Basically, I'm on the north side of that cow that was just below me.
Yeah, that's fine.
There you go. I'll move there. Boom. Okay, so. What's this?
This suddenly got a lot happier and cheery, didn't it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely forgot it was music. Completely forgot it was music. I meant to keep that on a loop. Sorry.
So I kind of draw.
You want this one? You want the happy music? Sorry.
As I begin this sort of rhythmic battle chant hymn, I draw out a short sword and I start rhythmically stamping towards the cow. And as I get there, I'm just gonna try and stab him.
Nice.
Do it.
Does an 11 hit? Oh no, wait, a 12 hit.
It just doesn't, I'm afraid. As you are Lord of the Dance, weaving your way towards this thing, and you thrust. The hide is just a little bit too thick, and the tip of the sword doesn't quite get purchased, and you just sort of slide off of its hide. A bit of hair falls into the wind.
Great. Okay, that's all I'm gonna do.
Dope.
He bought one of those fake swords that just bends when you
just goes into the handle.
Yeah,
it squeaks. Cool. Top of the initiative, Colin.
Okay.
And as soon as Colin reappears, I'll assign my battle hymn to him.
Okay. Let's go for. I will pop out of my invisibility. I will bonus action mark the foe. So that people can add an expertise die to their attack roll.
And that's the one next to you, yeah?
Yes, this one here, yeah. Yeah. This one here. And I will be like, bah! And then I will go pop out of invisibility and go, bah! At it. And then I will use another one of my level up new features of a commanding presence. So starting at first level, you have a commanding presence which extends from you in a 10-foot radius. Your allies can attack at your command. When you take the attack action, you can forego making an attack to allow a friendly creature within range of your commanding presence to make an attack instead. If the target can hear or see you, it can use its reaction to either cast a cantrip or make one weapon attack.
Okay.
But you just used your battle hymn on me, haven't you? It means I gain stuff, so giving you the attack kind of foregoes that. So I might.
Well, my attack is terrible, anyways.
Okay. Well, okay.
You just get plus d6 to your damage.
Oh, I'll do that then. So okay, I will not commanding presence. I will use Rufus's hymn, and I will gain some additional damage to my attack.
Okay.
Which is 14 plus 7, 21.
Definitely hits.
And you said it's plus 6, not a d6, right?
Plus a d6.
Plus a d6. That's 3 d6 now. Woo! Which is 6, 9, 10, 15 points of damage against
Definitely
this.
better than his squeaky sword.
Than this creature.
Yes. So did you say 15?
Yes.
Big
Wait. Oh, I didn't do it for. It doesn't matter. I called my attack first, but I was going to move around and get advantage on it. Can I do that, Dan?
You already called.
Okay. Ooh. Should have thought about that.
The calls you need to make as a DM.
Yeah, and as you do with your maul, and you just this thing. I'm pretty sure this is the one with the mouth, and as its sort of mouth distends, you just clock it in the jaw, and you watch it sort of sit awkwardly to one side as the teeth no longer line up.
Nice.
Oh, nice. So I've disabled its bite attack.
I mean, you'd think that would be the case, wouldn't you? But these things don't seem to play by the rules of your simple mortal ways.
In fact,
Why
you
doesn't
call
it play by the rules of my simple mortal ways?
Yeah, that's
Because these ain't mortals.
That's ridiculous.
These are dead cows.
that's fucking ridiculous.
It's absurd.
I'm gonna move across here.
Okay. In protest, you moved.
I literally like, poof, and I'm like, yeah. And as soon as I just see the jaw click, I'm like, oh well, fuck that guy. I just like drag my maul behind me as I like stomp over to the cow in front of between me and Crumb. I just go, hi.
Don't leave me alone here with this thing.
The cow looks and goes. So.
I didn't mean the spare ribs thing.
Crab, just free actions to call out to Rufus and go, remember, in the annals of history, they'll call out your name!
Rufus!
Colin!
Nala, you are.
Colin!
Hearing this exchange go across the battlefield.
Colin!
She's in two minds of which cow to attack now.
I mean,
Help me!
yeah, leave the squeaky bard over there by himself.
I mean,
I'm not squeaky. I'm a baritone.
She's going to turn, run, and she's going to try and jump, bring down her warhammer, one in front of Rufus, and she's going to try and land on it. As she hits it, she's going to try and land on its back.
Okay.
8 seconds.
So we're going for the full rodeo thing down at the club at 3 a.m. Dope. All right. Yeah. So, you know what? Make me an athletics check first, because you actually want to land onto this thing.
Yeah. I've got proficiency. Okay. Yeah, that's a 21.
Yeah. As gracefully as you like. It's like you've always been there.
Okay. So bringing my warhammer down upon its head. It's a nat 20!
Dope.
Nice.
Chunky crits!
I mean, what? We'll do the chunky crit, but I'm going to say whatever you roll, this thing is going to become burger meat.
But by how much? We need to know by how much.
So you don't want me
How
to roll
dead
the
is it?
warhammer damage, just go straight onto the crit.
No, roll your warhammer.
Okay.
Let's see how much. Let's see how much ground mince we get.
Yeah, because I'm gonna scoop that up and put that in my pack afterwards. So don't disappoint
Don't fucking
me.
eat this thing, Jesus.
That's 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Woo! Doubled.
Oh, 14 points
14,
of bludgeoning
there we go.
damage.
Plus 2 for your rage.
I mean, it's dead, guys.
No, we have to know how dead it is.
16!
Yeah.
16 points of bludgeoning damage.
It's more
Nice.
dead.
And now chunky crit.
Yeah, roll it. Let's see what it does.
More dice.
With a
More
2.
dice.
Bow jabbed in the eye. Ugly bruising. and inflicts 1d4 damage. That's insane. Ugly bruises.
Ugly bruise.
Extra 1 point of damage.
Nice. All
And
counts.
as you-
Stunning crack and ugly bruising.
And
Perfect.
as you bring down the weighted plate onto this thing, its orbital bone it just crumbles below, and you just see this giant sort of saggy dent in its face where there should be bone holding it up, and it's just kind of you see the eye gently hanging before it sort of slides away somewhere,
Oh,
and this
God.
and this thing just goes and with you. Do you know what? Make me a dex save just to see what happens after this thing, with you on its back, falls over.
Save. She's going to try and stay on top of it. That is only a 12.
Yeah. I mean, as this thing, you're quite a tall person as it stands, and your legs are fairly sort of around its middle bit just to keep yourself steady. As its legs give way and it falls onto its side, you now have one leg pinned under the corpse of cow number 3.
Oh,
So you are now prone and pinned underneath this, just by the leg, but it is now resting full weight on you.
Nice.
Great doing it, but now you're sort of sat side saddle on this cow on the ground.
not really taken into notice of this dead weight literally on top of her. She looks up to Rufus and goes, "You're welcome."
Oh, hey! No, I knew you'd help. What did I say before? They all fall before your might.
Or you're right.
We should probably help the other ones.
They've got this.
Okay, that's so. That was number 3, so that one is now kaput.
Kaput.
So it is just number 4 left. Hyacinth is going to move around this way and then loose another firebolt towards the number 4. Which goes wide as sort of last time they were looking at these things, it seemed to rattle them a bit, and seeing them now mutating and changing mid-battle, it sort of throws their perception off slightly, and this firebolt just sort of skims past the top of its hide, and you sort of hear it as it goes across, but that firebolt went wide. Rufus, you are up.
Rufus turns back to Nala and she says, "Ah, well, we can give them a little bit of a hand anyway." And he's just gonna take a dip, and he's gonna shout through his horn, "Yodelay, fuck you!" and stick up a middle finger at the
Okay, inspiration. You have it.
That was perfect.
Wisdom saving throw, please.
Wisdom saving throw. Absolutely.
That's probably the best.
That
I
was
mean,
so
the
good.
best bardic
Yeah.
insult I've heard.
That's a 3 down to a 1. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Takes 3 points of psychic damage and has disadvantage on its next attack.
Nice.
Yep.
And as a bonus action, I won't do anything. End of sentence.
And done. Okay, cow number 4 is the only one left.
It fucking trembles in the wake of my magnificent stature. I'm 3 foot tall.
And it quivers at the thought of my insults.
Just say that it just drops dead.
What is it? As you do the vicious mockery, it does the gopher insult where it like looks towards you quickly.
Its neck snaps. Knew it.
Yes. No. As its head sort of comes back to you, Colin, you see its shoulders and its back kind of ripple slightly, and out of its back, 4 long, insectoid-like legs extend up, bend, sort of hit the ground, and you just watch as its normal legs raise slightly as these things pull it up off the ground, and it sort of stands there, and then it is going to
Walk over you.
because the insectoid legs double its movement speed,
Oh God.
it is going to like sort of sideways, sideways long move, just. And you watch these things dig into the ground, and with speed you've not seen from these things before, is going to hurtle over the body of its fallen comrade and move to here.
Okay, I get a little attack of opportunity.
Yeah, you do.
Which is a natural roll 20!
Nice.
Let's go!
Okay,
So-
and as the last leg sort of has a lot of weight on it, you just woof.
Yep, and this is going to be a new feature of mine called a warning strike.
Okay.
Which means that I attack it with an opportunity attack, which I do. I will do the damage, and as I do, its speed is reduced to 0. So that is...
Is that just sentinel?
6.
Yep.
8 to 8 doubled is 16 plus 5, 21, and its speed reduced to 0.
Nice. Very nice.
Where do you think you're going?
Okay.
Get over here!
Get over here!
Okay, and as these sort of long legs try to move, you strike one with such force on the side, you watch it buckle sideways, and the whole weight of this thing shifts down, and you watch sort of the back legs like hit the floor. The 3 still remain standing, but one of them is now sort of trying to snap itself back into place. It does stay exactly where it is, but seeing as you did that, it sort of stops, looks at you, and you just watch the throw go as it is going.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
As it is going
Behind you.
to. And seeing as Crumb is still behind you, another
Oh,
wave.
for fuck's sake!
Another wave of acidic sinew breath just. Yeah. So I need you. Yeah, both of you need to roll dex saves for me, please.
Okay.
Hey, finally.
Ooh.
15 for
Just
me.
checking if I get a particular dice for this. 1 second.
Don't look at me!
Do I get a thingy dice
Have
for this?
expertise in dodging vomit.
No.
Yeah,
no.
do I have a speciality
It's on-
in poisons? Can I?
No, it's on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws against magic, so that's why I was double checking if I had an expertise dice. That's a 12.
Okay, cool. So
Still
Crumb,
not bad.
you just managed to, having known what this was. The thing is, Colin is right in front of it, so you just watch this breath, and then it splays out from where he is, and it kind of, as the residue sort of lands around you, you're able to sort of like, oh, and a bit of it catches you, but not too much.
Good, I'm glad to hear that.
I was just gonna go see it come and just close his eyes and go.
Okay, that is yeah, that's 8 points of acid damage to you, Colin, as you take a face full of this bile and it comes across you, and Crumb, that's reduced to 4 for you.
Just making some
Nice.
notes for the farmer.
As yeah, it's,
Crumb's just gonna go. Don't open your mouth. Don't open your mouth. Close it.
if vinegar strokes meant anything, this is the time.
Oh, you did it. You said it.
We've still got an owlbear to deal with.
And yeah, that is cow number 4's turn.
Good.
Colin, you're up.
Yeah,
As you
fucking,
stand there.
you are damn right. Okay. Colin's just going to take an attack.
Yeah, go for it.
That's a 16 plus 7, so 20
yeah, definitely hits.
odd.
That definitely hits.
And that is, 6, 8 plus 5, 13
Ooh,
points
okay.
of damages.
As in retaliation to this vomit comet that was thrown your way, you crack this thing in the side of the head, and you just sort of see part of its like snout. It's not proper damage, but it's just its face is kind of split down the center slightly.
Did you say it's not proper damage?
I mean, it's proper damage, but like on these things, damage is never really damage. But it's hurt.
Okay. I'm going to move away from it.
Okay.
I'm trying to move it on the OBS thing and not the actual map. I was like, why is my token not moving?
Can we zoom out the map a little bit on stream?
Yeah.
Just to get a lovely look at everything we can see.
Colin is going to move.
We're on a farm.
5, 10, and move behind Crumb.
Okay.
Oh,
And
for fuck's
sake. And as you move away from behind you, just hear as what felt like one of its insectoid legs made like a swipe for you, but didn't make any kind of contact because it can't gauge distance.
Just
or
you
height.
wait until my turn.
Not even looking behind me. I'm just like. Fuck.
Okay. Nala, it is up to you.
Would it be an action or a bonus action to pull myself out of the dead cow?
That would.
Oh,
that would be an
God.
action, yeah.
That would be necromancy.
Did you just say it's an action?
Yeah, it's an action to pull yourself out from things, isn't it? If you were pinned on something, it would be an action to try and push it off of you to
So
move.
is Nala
It's
literally,
essentially a
like, inside the
restrained
cow run?
condition. Yeah.
Yeah. Say again.
I'm underneath the cow. One of my
Well,
legs.
yeah,
is underneath the
your
cow.
left leg or right leg, whichever way you were sat on it, is now
Yeah.
under its full body.
Okay, so I am going to take my action to try and pull myself out. Strength.
Yeah, make me a strength check just to see how much your muscles work.
Okay, that was a nat 20, and I have
mean,
like shit
straight
to
away.
that too. Yeah.
Yeah. So like you raise a foot and kick this thing so hard you hear its back snap inwards, and your foot just sort of like buried into it, and you just keep kicking. And as you do, like it doesn't so much move as just break around you, and you get enough leverage to just shimmy yourself out. And yeah.
I do so. I stand up with half my movement and kind of shake that leg off because I can only imagine there's like debris.
Oh, dead leg.
Shake it up. Shake it up.
And then with the rest of my movement, yeah, I still have enough. I'm gonna come and stand in front of Crumb. Turning to face the cow.
I like you guys are all getting in a nice
Whatever.
long row, just perfect for a nice cow vomit.
Getting all
Great
my cows in a row.
Crum's like, fucking hell, I need to get out.
I mean,
And I add my rage points.
yep. I mean, speaking of Crumb, it's your turn.
We do have a nice little formation going on now.
I was just before
1, 2,
Nala ran into it. Crumb was grabbing the scrub on Colin's shoulder and was about to toss him. It's like,
All in damage.
Oh, God.
I will allow it.
instead, oh, I wouldn't care if you allowed it or not. You're not running behind me, dude. You're tanking now. Instead, I'm gonna just. Crumb's just gonna step to the side. Before he does that, though, because he still has his hammer inside of this dead cow's mouth. He's just gonna drop the hammer.
Okay.
See the hammer go boom. Step out, and he's just gonna clutch his hands together and start basically do like almost like a dwarvish sort of prayer, but it sounds more like a Hobbit song, sort of Mist
Okay.
Mountain song. Just go.
Someone's been
And-
laughing for us.
Flames are just gonna start erupting underneath this this insectoid cow's
Yeah, that's right.
legs as
Turn
I
on the
cast
grill.
sacred fire.
Yeah, turn the grill on, man. Let's cook.
We kill him, we grill him.
Wisdom save from your part.
That's our motto.
What have I got wrong? Sorry. Is it Dex? Is it Dex safe for Sacred Fire?
Yeah, it is Dex. Sorry,
Yeah, that's what
it's
I
Dex.
I mean,
Rufus
yeah,
gives
it fails that spectacularly.
a little
Amazing.
bit of a background.
Oh, nice. That's a full 8.
Okay.
8 points of radiant damage.
Nice.
Well done, Beast.
4 points of radiant. Okay, and as you do, tell me, how do you want to grill this last bit of prime beef?
So basically, it's to say, just drops the hammer, steps out from behind, and puts his hands together and goes.
Mm-hmm.
And you can sort of see the light behind
Pilot
his
light.
eyelids.
Yeah.
And as he opens them up, they are bright orange, almost like a forge.
Nice.
As this flame just starts to lick up the legs of this cow and starts to envelop it and basically barbecue the shit out of this.
Yeah.
Nice, so good.
And as you do, you hear the pilot light before the fire comes up around it in a big circle and just.
And then he's gonna take out the pot out of his bag, starts to walk over, just place it in one of his pots. DM's advice: don't eat the cows. Yeah.
I wouldn't eat that.
And as you do, you see radiant holy damage, whatever you would like to describe it as, it seems to sear deeper into this one as opposed to the others, as this sort of black ichor leaks from its eyes and its mouth as it sort of
Nice.
and falls to the floor, kaput, singed slightly. And I'm pleased to say that you're all out of combat.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know, but I'm gonna go and have a fucking word.
Did you see the things coming out of their heads, man? What the hell was that?
I immediately start making my way to the farmer's house, dragging my maul, wiping the sick bile off my face, just fuming.
Before we get into that, I'm going to say this is the perfect time for a small break. Because this went on a little bit longer than I imagined, but that's fine. It was good combat. So I'll say 10 minutes. We'll be back at 1952.
On the dot.
Good year, that.
On
Do
the
not be
dot.
late.
Good year.
So yes, everyone, go grab yourself a drink, go grab yourself some refreshments, pee, because we're all going to. We will see you in 10 minutes. Bye.
Look to the skies.
Fear is their weapon of choice. So I say we turn that weapon back on them.
I guess we're in for another fight. I've been there before.
Time to breathe some life into these old bones.
It's okay. You can do this. Remember, Grandpa believes in you.
I think this will shape up to be rather interesting. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I hope that was a quick enough break for you. And what you just saw there was a sneak peek of Campaign 2 that's coming up on the 14th of November. There we go, November.
Yeah, 14th
We
of
are
October.
on the 24th of October.
Almost exactly a year from now.
Go back in time to witness the start of Campaign 2. But yes, we're all very excited for that. I hope you are too. We'll have more sneak peeks coming. Preeks? That's what I said. Sneak
peek.
Happens to the best of us, brother.
At least it's not through the tweez. You're
I've
fine.
I've made my tweez. Okay. So, yes, straight back in. You all stand in a much more visceral field now. What were I say lightly mauled cows, very mauled cows are now destroyed just through your sheer acts of strength and weapon attackerage. But they are dead. They seem dead. They're not moving, they're not wiggling. You're stood waiting and looking. What do you all do? Just as an aside, Hyacinth is going to sort of come out with the tracking pebble in hand, and it's stopped moving. And she's going to sort of turn to you and go, "I don't. He stopped moving, so we may have to start getting on with this quickly."
I'll be 2 seconds, and I drop the handle of the maul, get a parchment out, bit of coal that's in my pocket, start writing on the parchment, put the coal back in, walk up to the door of the farmer's house, bang on the door.
I mean, just make. What's your general perception check? What's your general perception?
A general perception check.
Well, yeah. What's your passive perception? Sorry, not general perception.
Okay. Thank you. 10, but I rolled a 16 on the check.
All right,
Yes,
we'll go with the check anyway. I mean, it's not really hard to see. This quaint little farmhouse that's mostly withstood any sort of destruction. All the windows are closed, but you do just see eyes of more than one or two people just peering through fairly nice-ish curtains, but they are all staring out from all windows of this back house. Windows are just looking.
If
And
nobody,
they're watching you coming to the thing, but as you bang, none of them are answering.
I open the door, and
It doesn't open.
then I fucking push the note under the crack in the door, like through the door, and then walk off and pick my maul up and sling it over my shoulder, like really pissed off, and catch up with the rest and go, right,
You want to hear about our Lord and Savior, Lathander?
As he was doing that, the cow that died right in front of me, the one that was last, you said it had like black ichor coming from it.
Yeah. So as the radiant fire sort of engulfed it, it's been leaking slowly from eyes, mouth, and a little from the ear.
I want to draw Hyacinth's attention just to the goo.
Yeah.
And is that the same stuff that was coming out of the crack?
Could maybe do her voice again. I mean, yeah, even with her. So as they sort of stoop down to look at it, take another pencil from the protector and sort of pick it up, it's the same condition. She goes, "Yeah, I kind of think it is. I don't know how it's got this far out, but it's definitely inside him."
And cows can't normally do those things, so I don't usually put 2 and 2 together and come up with the right answer, but...
As you say that, everyone in the party just goes...
I mean, I agree with you, but also, owlbears don't do this kind of thing either.
That's troubling.
Maybe
I worry
it's...
that whatever happened to these things, or whatever effect is causing these things to go wild, maybe is the same as what is happening to the owlbear.
Well, if that's the case, then hey, let's get a move on. Come on.
Agreed.
I think this is some kind of 28 days later kind of shit.
Oh yeah, that was a great play.
Have you seen that play? It's really good. Oh, the farmer's back.
I mean, so as you all funnel through the broken bit of fence toward in the direction of the tracks where they led. Yeah.
Can I do something? It's like, so as I was saying before we so rudely interrupted by the cow things, we might be able to find a few friends who might be able to help us. And I'm going to start going, hello, and like whistle and yodel. I'm going to cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
And I'm going to call out to any nearby birds in their language. Is anybody here that can help us?
Snow White here. Jesus.
We mean you well. We just need some help.
And
Honestly, that's quite good. That
So
is
good.
quite
And
good.
that's to replace the whistling. So when I'm whistling, that's what the birds
yeah,
do.
yeah, yeah, I get you. Sort of you do this as you walk. You're sort of doing this, and
Yeah.
once
It lasts 10 minutes. So I'll be
yeah,
doing
yeah.
that.
So as you breach sort of the farm and turn back just to make sure that nothing's standing up, and it's not.
Oh, actually, I'll cast it before we leave, as everyone's sort of inspecting stuff. I'll cast it as a ritual, which takes 10
Okay,
minutes, which means
yeah,
I
that's
don't use
fine.
it.
So
While he's just casting as a ritual, I'm going to have a little look at the exit point of the field that the
Mhm.
owlbear took, and with my expertise in tracking,
yes,
I want to determine if I can see its tracks. So we
yeah. Okay, so yeah,
Nice, really
roll
good.
me the necessary things to roll.
because you wouldn't think I have expertise in tracking, because that's not the character I have, but I do. That is a plus a d4.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, that is 18.
Okay, not bad. Well, that's pretty good actually. So, I mean, owl bears are hefty at the best of times, and given where you are, its paw prints aren't difficult to discern once you start properly looking through the disturbed earth and sort of pushing aside sort of broken crop and leaf and stuff. Its tracks are wide apart, so where sort of it's clearly in some sort of gallop / run, because there is distance between where one paw goes down and one paw comes up. But you can, looking through the dirt and sort of from where it broke in to where it broke out, you can see through, and then going into the field, you can see sort of disturbed claw marks where grass has been pulled up. You can sort of start. You can see a general line where it went. It's not perfect because it's clearly just fucking doing whatever it's doing, but you can track it in a direction, yes.
Okay, and I stand waiting for him to finish his ritual. And once he has, and he starts talking to the birds, I will just point this out to Hyacinth and the rest of them. And I'm I take off in that direction.
Just to help me along with persuading these birds to help us, can I have a think first?
A think?
A think. Just a quick think.
A quick think, yeah.
And I just want to think about what birds I know that exist in the region so that I can match their calls and stuff like that.
Okay, so
because I have a speciality in beast lore.
Roll me a beast lore. Let's see what you remember about ornithological things.
So that's a nature speciality, but I can do it history or history or nature, whichever you prefer.
Let's say nature.
Okay, cool. The one expertise dice is D4, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's 3 plus 16. So 19 plus 4, 23.
Dope.
Excellent.
I mean, yeah, in your times just traveling through the lowlands, you've talked to many people, you've seen a few, you know the birds, so you'll get
I listen to the birds every morning.
Exactly. I mean, it's too early in the morning for anything like starlings or any sort of flock birds that would fly en masse around the thing. You'll get your general pigeons, robins, larks, maybe the occasional hunting bird like a hawk or a kestrel sort of flying overhead. If you really want to go fancy, pheasants have been known to just sort of waddle through the area now.
Not as useful for what I had in mind, but
no. But that's and you also get things like crows, magpies, anything of that nature as well.
Okay, crows are pretty smart. Crows and magpies are pretty smart. So I'll go mostly crow and magpie, but every now and then I'll chuck in a kestrel whistle.
Okay.
Kestrel whistle.
Kestrel.
Love that.
Nice. Okay, so you all start moving in the direction of the tracks that Nala has picked up on. Hyacinth has been sort of ruminating on what the echo could be and why it's this far out now, if it's the bear spreading or whatever. Rufus, as you... Colin and Crumb, before we get into Rufus, are you two doing anything on this trek, or are you just following suit?
Quickly popping a potion.
Yeah, that's fine. Take your potion.
And then I'm just gonna use the owlbear skin that I have.
Oh yeah, you did have skin.
And give that a whiff so that I'm familiar with the scent. And then I'm gonna see if I can smell the same thing.
It smells like rot. It doesn't smell like owlbear flesh or any sort of animal flesh you know of. It smells like rot. It smells like decayed flesh. So it's familiar enough.
Cool. So I'm just gonna keep a whiff out in that that
so,
smell.
with Rufus sort of leading the charge with this jaunty tune, trying to attract the birds, as you're walking along and following along, sort of about 9 minutes in, once it's truly settled down, the calm sort of starts to return to the land. Just from behind you, just sort of, and this magpie just lands on your shoulder and goes, "What?
Oh, hello, sir. How are you today?
Why are people so loud?"
I have to make this very quick because I'm coming towards the end of my spell, but I wondered if you could do me a favor.
Make me a persuasion check.
I have a ham sandwich in it for you.
I do like a bit of ham sometimes.
I'm going to use my
Farmers
inspiration.
throw 'em out.
Do I have any specialities that could help with this?
If you're offering him a ham sandwich, you can roll with advantage.
Wait, okay, cool. Okay. Oh, nice. So I use my inspiration there as well. So that's got me up to a 16. Is it persuasion? Yeah.
Yeah.
16. So 22.
Yeah. I mean, as you pull out this little ham sandwich, you just see like, oh.
Okay, so all I need you to do is to fly around us in about a 60 to 90 feet circle. And if you see anything approaching us, or if you see us approaching anything, I want you to give 3.
Yeah, I can do that. But I want the whole sandwich. Now.
You get the whole thing. I'll give you half now and half after.
No.
Come on,
deal.
look at you. You won't be able to eat the whole thing.
You don't know what I can eat. I've eaten plenty in my time. Right. Half sandwich in my hands now. And he sort of like pulls out a little talon.
How big are the crow's hands?
Magpie.
Magpie. I mean,
Magpie's
it's magpie size. So I mean, it's small, but so it's clutching quite heartily onto like the edge of this sandwich, but it's got it. And it's like, so 3 calls when I see something in the air. Yeah.
Anything nasty, either
Well, what's nasty? Because nasty to me is like cats or
a big
weasels.
stinky monster that looks like an owlbear, but is probably rotting.
Oh, that thing. Yeah, I've seen that. He's horrible.
It went this way, right?
Yeah, it tore through them fucking unfortunate. I'm gonna go peck them later, but them cows, it tore through them.
Well, my clever friend here has already managed to find its tracks, so we just need you to keep a bit of a perimeter, if that's okay.
It sort of looks around. It looks generally sort of like around. Takes a quick
From the
bite
sky.
of bread, and then just flies off in a flutter of feathers. And you generally see it. It's not quite the circle you wanted, but it is flying around you.
And Rufus just turns back to him and goes, "Oh, sorry, I was still speaking bird. Yeah, that guy is going to help us now. He's just going to keep an eye out for any nasties coming upon us."
That's, Rufus, you've got a brain for this. You are a natural tacticianer. Have I told you that before?
You just have to use the world around you. The earth and its animals, the ground, the soil itself is our ally. It all wants us to succeed because we are great adventurers.
I will bear that in mind, Rufus.
Well, is there anything you would like to ask the ground?
There may come a time. But that time is not now.
Are you sure I could
Did
ask
you
it if-
switch accents all of a sudden, Dan?
I don't know what
Went from
accent.
American to British.
You got East London now. mate.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, don't know what Colin sounds like.
Well, I mean, I could ask the ground and the nature if a certain way forward is a good one. I could ask if this thing is expecting us or if we can get the drop on it.
I pipe up. It's this way. I can see its paw prints.
And as you're all sort of talking and walking along, like Hyacinth, keen-eyed on this stone, on the track you are, it starts to gently meander towards the right, and you're sort of you were heading straight, but you didn't have like a perfect direction because of the way the tracks are. It seems to be just slightly to the right of where you were going, but you are in general the right direction as this stone starts to move in what you know to be the vicinity of the sword.
It's Hyacinth's beside me, right?
I mean, pretty much, yeah. Like I imagine you two are by side. Colin and Rufus up front. Crumb is somewhere.
Well, I defer to your knowledge always. So, I mean, if you want to follow the stone instead of the tracks, I'm happy to do so. Just
I could ask the earth.
I don't think we need to do that right now. Look, this thing clearly follows whatever magic spell is attached to his sword, so we just follow the rock, and we'll get there eventually. I mean, we need to hurry. The sun's starting to get low, and it's not getting low, but given when you started your day versus now, it's sort of mid-afternoon. It's starting to fall low against the tree line. Not so much that there's like shadows spreading, but it's starting to get sort of about 3-ish, you'd reckon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Rufus is just, as they're sort of discussing it, and no one's sort of listening to him about asking the earth. He's just gonna sort of walk 5-10 feet away from the group. Can I find a nice spot of like fresh mud? Is there any particularly muddy areas around?
Not mud. Make me an investigation check or a nature check for around you, just to see what you see.
Okay, investigation. Okay, 16 plus 6, 22.
22. Okay. So as you've been discussing this, you've
can I add a plant law speciality expertise dice to that?
Sure. You're looking for mud.
Oh,
but-
no.
24. Yeah. I'm a nature bard.
So what's the total?
24 total.
24. Cool. Okay. I mean, easy enough. You are the king of the earth.
Even if it's just moss, I need a soft area I can seat myself into a little bit.
Well, as you're all walking and sort of trying to make these plans and figure out where to go and following the stone plus tracks and getting a good bearing on where you're going, Rufus, as you walk away slightly with that 24, you're looking for like dirt and mud, and it's been a dry few days. There hasn't been rainfall for a while, so the area is not arid, but it's not muddy. It's just sort of nice soil.
Yeah.
As you walk away slightly along your field of vision, you notice a dead strip of grass, maybe 50 feet in a sort of away from the direction you're walking, but you see a very long strip of browned grass. You can't quite gauge from where you are because of sort of low-lying, perspective and stuff. You can't quite gauge where it is, but you can see this sort of long black strip.
Okay. Guys, I think we've got a problem over here. There's another one of these goopy death cracks.
Oh, they're the worst kind of cracks.
Maybe this is the one that got to the owl bear. Oh shit, I just realized something.
What?
What if Jeremy goes crazy and starts pulling people apart like the owl bear did?
And I think that Jeremy's going to have a little bit more than a scratch.
Also, the goop didn't change. Was it Jerry? It just made his arm dead. So maybe it affects humanoids.
Oh yeah,
it was spreading pretty quickly though.
The old floppy hand. There you go. That's Colin's voice again. I found it.
I mean, if this stuff has gotten this far out, we don't know what it's hit.
No, you're right.
If there's more cracks coming along, then they could be all over this part of the world.
Did you say that the tracks in the stone are pointing in different directions?
Slightly.
I mean, they're kind of one and the same. The owl bears, it's so janky in its movements. I can't. All I know is the sword is where the stone is, and I assume Vincent's going to be there as well.
Well, do we want to know which way is safer or which way Vincent is?
I don't think there is a safe way.
I think I want to walk, to be honest.
Well, give me 1 minute, and I'll flop back onto the dirt and into the moss. And I'll just kind of start working my way into it, like getting myself pulling a bit of moss up on top of me.
I mean, very much Arnold Schwarzenegger and Predator. It takes a while, but you do dig up enough.
It takes a minute.
Yeah,
that's the casting time.
You do you do dig up enough and sort of like, and you're all sort of 20 feet from the edge of this very sort of thick wood, as using that sort of uprooted, because the roots are quite deep, so using this sort of softer earth, you do manage to sort of like, okay, like a cat or a dog rubbing itself on a rug, and then just spread eagle.
And then I open my mouth and close my eyes,
Mm-hmm.
And from inside of my mouth, a dandelion grows and then blooms and then wilts into the kind of fluffy circular ball, and I
Mm-hmm.
blow it away. And as I do, I think, will we find who we're looking for if we follow the stone? And I'm going to cast Augury.
Nice.
Okay, I've read that spell and I know what it does, but just
So it's either yes. So it's either yes, no, both, or nothing.
and that it's not like physical words, is it? It's more of a sense.
No, you get a sense. So you get a sense of wheel, which is yes. That you'll get a good result. You'll get what you're looking for if you follow that action. It's all about asking whether an action you'll take will get the result you're looking for.
Yeah.
Woe
okay.
is like you'll get a bad result. Wheel and woe is a bit of both. And nothing
Okay.
is no reading.
So as the little puff sort of just floats on the breeze, it sits in midair for a second, almost as if contemplating. And as it does, it floats gently towards where you assume another one of these cracks is.
Mm-hmm.
And as it sort of it doesn't go all the way over there, but as it sort of settles, you just watch the sides where all the little sort of hairs just start to singe and burn away. And it's very much a yes but no. You're following the right direction, but what you are following into is dangerous. You are on the right track, but it may not be what you want.
Okay.
But it's very much a yes but no. As you watch the little dandelion puff just...
The forces of nature have spoken.
All right, and what do they say?
I don't know. It's pretty vague, to be honest with you.
Oh
Well,
my fucking god.
I'm glad we stopped.
We might
and-
get what we're going the right way, but I don't know if we're going towards what we're expecting.
Well, that's good enough for me. Let's,
I mean, we're
Back up.
expecting an owl bear.
Exactly.
That's probably fucked up in some way.
Right, so we follow
Rufus
the
gets up
stone,
and
yes?
Dust the moss and dirt off him.
Yeah.
I think for now it is the way that we should go, yes.
Okay. And Nala will just like more heavily handed than she meant to, but she's dusting your moss off and she's just like basically beating your back. Just
Hey, I helped.
Rufus,
well,
are you thinking
help.
about taking more detours or lying in mud for the next, 2 hours?
You want an honest answer? Yes, I was actually. But...
Okay, I pick him up and I start walking.
Oh, this is nice.
And as you all sort of
Accidentally
taking,
bumping him to a tree when he starts singing.
as you continue into the forest and you sort of breach the tree line, and you realize quite quickly how densely packed this forest is. Nala, it's pretty easy to keep hold of tracks because as you get in, you see tree bark and sort of bodies torn, sort of not asunder, but there are deep gashes where it has clearly run against a tree, scratched itself through that, come against something else, battered it with a part of itself. It's not destruction as such, but just damage as it's moved along. As you keep walking and the sun starts to set slowly against the backdrop of the forest, the long shadows of the trees start to stretch across the floor and up you as this bright orange light pours through the tree line. And you're walking for maybe an hour as the stone keeps going, and because you are following someone who is potentially on the move, following its direction, it's not difficult, but it's hard to gauge distance because it's just moving. Rufus, the magpie that was following you is still there, but it's gone from circling to flying ahead to a tree branch, sort of stopping, looking around, flying off again. And as you walk in for about an hour, and it's starting to get a bit cool, in the distance you hear as what sounds like a tree or something slams into something else, and then a really high-pitched guttural as someone somewhere close-ish you can't gauge because of the echo of the forest and its expanse. Sound reverberates through the canopies, through the trees. You just hear this like huge commotion and like a guttural scream, and then silence.
I'd immediately,
As even the birds go.
I immediately want to look at the compass that we're following, the kind of pebble, to see if it's in, and then I want to listen and just to pick up if that's the direction that the scream has come from. In a split second, as I hear it, I'll look down and.
So you're all pretty much looking at this at the pebble as it's going, and it is still moving in the direction where. Roll me like a general perception check. Just roll me a perception to see if you can pick up on a direction of where the sound came.
18. Yeah, 18.
Yeah. Okay, it's hard at first because you hear the reverberation, but as it sort of starts to die down, you get a sense that it's maybe a mile-ish that way. You can't be sure of distance.
In the same direction the pebble's pointing.
Yes, where the pebble is pointing, where the sound came from, those two things are now aligned.
I immediately start fucking bolting in that direction.
Yeah.
No,
Same. I drop Rufus and I run.
Yeah. Rufus, as that crash and scream came from, you look up and the magpie just looks down, has one sandwich in hand, just looks at you and just goes, like shakes its head and like, nah, fuck this, and flies, starts weaving its way through the canopy and out of the thing. Like it doesn't even give you a second look.
Hey, get back here! We had the deal.
Does Rufus still have the sandwich in his hand, by the way?
Yeah.
No,
I'm grabbing it.
He ate it while you were carrying him. To be honest.
Oh fuck.
Oh yeah, the magpie had one half of it, and it's like you see a bit of ham like flies like
Yeah, I mean,
flies away, but yeah, you are now all bolting towards it, I assume.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can do a
I'm
mile
gonna cast.
in, a few minutes?
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Healing Word on myself quickly as I'm running.
Yeah.
as well.
That's
Does anyone need a little pickup before we get into this shit?
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Yeah, I could do with whatever you got.
I'll give a healing word to.
For fuck's sake!
Thank you.
I'm gonna kill this.
Oh, you didn't have any healing
Yes,
spells.
and as you
6
Thanks.
points. 6 points of healing to you.
Thank you.
the old double bluff. As you all race through the canopy and the growth, you see the damage to the trees starts getting thicker and more intense as you get closer to wherever this sound came from, because it's still, as you run, every so often you'll hear a crash and then the scraping of wood. There's no more screaming and there's not really much roaring, but there is sound of movement. And as you bolt this way, let me load.
I immediately want to be
map.
looking at the ground, unlike the trees and stuff, for blood as well as we're racing towards this.
So, I mean, as you're running,
Mm-hmm.
you start seeing more of the same owlbear remnant as you go. There's not so much there's blood. You couldn't discern whose it was without, I mean, even if you looked at it, you couldn't discern. There is ichor, there is gore, there is blood, there is feather, skin. Like, it seems to be shedding itself or whatever as it's running, but you see it coming up.
Okay.
And as you all breach into this slightly open area of tree line, you're not sure whether it's because of destruction or if it's just the way it works, but place yourselves as you would. But as you round into this sort of trier, you see a downed tree, its roots deep into rock and soil and earth, felled to the ground. You don't, with passive perceptions as they are, just what are all your passive perceptions at the moment? Just
10.
as they stand.
15.
12.
10.
And what's yours, Dan?
10.
10, cool. You don't see, just for passive perception alone, none of you seem to see anyone humanoid that would have made the sound you heard, but it definitely came from this direction. But as you all come into this area over here, close to sort of rock and tree, sort of from behind a stone, you just see this huge mauled paw as an owl bear lurches out from behind of it, but one side of its face is completely bone. You can see where the beak trails back into its mouth, and it's just rows of teeth. There is, I mean, you can see the token for yourself. It almost looks hollow from a glance because there is so much missing.
Oh my god!
From where it should be, and as it sort of lurches out, and almost sickly or tired, it's not breathing, but there's like, and its hands sort of hit hard into the dirt, and it kind of collapses a little bit on itself. It doesn't seem to have noticed any of you, but it is kind of either in the thralls of what you assume to be tiredness, or it's just in an area where there is nothing alive, but it is just kind of fumbling around and trying to... you couldn't tell what it was trying to do, but it is just there.
Dan, can you zoom in on that artwork? It is very, very creepy. And I don't think it's coming across well on stream.
How do you...
out.
I've done it.
Okay.
Look at that fucking thing.
Yeah, that's damn. Where do
Bad
you
news
find
bears.
these, dude?
Bad news owlbears.
Mm-hmm. Like it's, yeah, as it looks, it is just there. Sort of, you can't tell if it's hollow or if it's just missing its skin, but it just sort of very slowly and sort of 5 feet lurches. It sort of lurches this way, and then it will swipe that way, seemingly at nothing, hit the rock, and it will just slam its face against it and then move away. And it's just sort of moving itself around in these seemingly aimless ways.
Here's a question.
We need to find Victor.
Yeah, does
Victor,
anybody see the
Vincent?
silver stair guy?
Have we met
I
Victor
don't.
before? We have.
How?
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, how quietly are you all talking?
I'm talking in a
Whispers.
low whisper.
Okay, that's fine.
Very
Full
hushed voice.
there is no issue.
I think we
Have
should
we-
spread out and
have we
try and
met
find
him?
him first. Yes, we have.
Okay. DM, question
Yes.
on that then. Does Victor wear any sort of like cologne or anything like that? Being a nobleman's son.
I mean, so
Links Africa.
exactly.
Yeah,
Sounds like a
that sort of,
Jim
you know, is he like the posh boy that
yeah, he
wears...
smells like Million from thingy. No,
Blue jeans.
yeah. No, I mean you all know Vincent as a very, for a better word, he's a rich kid. He's come from money. He's never really had much in the way of trial and anything like that. So he's very well kept at any one time. You know, he is a very handsome hobgoblin young man.
Yeah.
Well kept beard, well kept hair. His armor is always pristine, but it's very much the same as all of yours because he is part of a golden company. At most, if you really tried, you could no. To be fair, in this environment, picking out a specific scent this way would be nigh on impossible. There is too many other conflicting smells from earth, trees, sort of just the wildness, and then that very lingering smell of rot in the air.
Even with my specialization,
You can try with disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
What I will say is, he does enjoy the scent of lavender, so you can try and pick up on that with disadvantage if you want.
Can I just have a look
please.
around and see if I can see it?
you can.
That disadvantage sucks. I just rolled a nat 20 and it's now wasted. The second one is a 16 though, plus a D4. So 18.
So here's what I'll say. If all of you are you're going to have to move into this area to try and figure out if you can get more. If you want to go in and try and explore these things, Crumb trying to sniff out Rich Kid, Rufus trying to look in, you can move in, but you'll have to make stealth checks to see how well you can get in, and then we can go from there.
Sure thing.
So Colin will try and keep as low down to the ground as he can, and will try and race to this area here.
Okay, so
Like, I want to keep out. I want to be taking like an arched run though, keeping
Yeah,
as
yeah,
low
that's
as I
fine.
can to kind
Nala's
of
doing the same, just the opposite way, going round this way
Over
to.
cool. So what I'm going to say is then either roll individuals or we'll do group because you're all moving at the same time.
Yeah.
Yep.
No.
Can I try one thing before, as everyone's sort of scattering off to move? Because I can telepathically communicate with anyone within 30 feet.
Yeah, absolutely. You do.
Hang on, let me just make sure that I have to see them. I think I might have to see them. Telepathy, you can show within 30 feet of you that you can see.
Yeah.
Never mind.
My
Okay.
So stealth
stealth
checks.
was
Yeah?
19.
Okay, you're fine. Yeah, so stealth checks from everyone. I'll roll for Hyacinth as well.
That is a 12 for me.
Okay. Okay.
14
14
for
for 14 for me.
What I'm going to say is, so Nala, with muscular legs and good control, you managed to keep into what's almost a perfect squat and just sort of run your way down. Crumb, Rufus, Colin, as you want to move to where you're going to, the undergrowth is thick and there is a lot of debris hidden in general. Who rolled? Sorry, just for my own thing again. Who rolled what?
15.
19.
Yep.
14.
And then Colin, yours was a
12.
12. Cool. And Hyacinth was okay.
I didn't like that.
Oh, so Hyacinth naturally would keep back and would probably stay within this area, them knowing that this is not particularly their forte. Colin, as you move towards that tree line, as you're running, a branch just snaps underfoot. You didn't mean to, but it was just there. It wasn't big, but it was old enough and dead enough for it to make a fairly reverberating crack. And as you do, you watch those who can see the owlbear. Its head just goes, and it stares directly in the direction of the crack that came from Colin as he comes to hide there. And it sort of gains energy from this, from potentially something being close by. And it sort of raises itself and sort of bounds towards this tree.
Can I cast a spell, or are we going into initiative?
But as it does, Hyacinth with a 7
Oh shit!
trips over a branch and trying to sort of trying to sort of brace themselves, just lets out and sort of holding themselves to the owlbear's head again, straight towards the sound. And because she's not particularly hidden, this thing rounds the corner. It seems to be ignoring it. Crumb, Rufus, actually no, all of you, roll me perception checks as you're looking at this thing, just to see what you get from it.
12 again.
Okay.
17.
4.
Okay.
Plus 19.
Okay, so Nala, Rufus and Colin, you are fairly well hidden. Rufus, you can barely see through the branches. You've come through, like, you know it's moving, but you're sort of trying to scrabble through undergrowth to get a good look at where it's going.
Mm-hmm.
Colin, you kind of get an idea. Nala, Crumb, and Hyacinth especially, as you're watching this thing, it's lurching in their direction, but as you look at it, its eyes are milky white.
It's blind.
It doesn't seem to... It seems to react to sound, but it doesn't look like it can see at all as it kind of walks.
Is there a rock somewhere?
Yeah, I was just going to say, can Nala pick up a rock and toss it?
I mean, there's plenty of rocks. Like, it's pick your size and throw what
So
you want.
yeah, she gets a fairly big rock and she's going to try and throw... Damn it. Get the pointer out. Throw a rock to about here.
Okay, yeah. Make me a strength. No, actually, roll me in like an attack because you're throwing a rock at a rock, aren't you?
Yeah, well, I've got proficiency in improvised weapons.
Then yeah, roll one of those.
Right. So to hit would be
Just do it as a weapon thing.
That's
okay.
Dex.
It's 9.
Okay.
9.
So as you pick up this rock and you hurl it, you're strong, but sometimes you forget to grip. And as you sort of shot put this thing, your fingers kind of bend around its weight, and it doesn't quite get the distance you want. And it stops just short about here, and it's a very dull sort of as it sort of thuds to the ground.
I will then throw. I will reach into my bag and throw some caltrops in front of me here on the floor, and
Okay.
then I will whistle. I will literally go shh to get its attention and start like just moving backwards, like.
Yeah. So as you as you throw those and make the high pitched whistle, it did seem to notice the thud of the rock as its head sort of like it started lumbering towards it, seeming to rear a bit. And then as it hears the high pitched whistle, its whole body seems to react as and as it sort of breathes in through this heavy crushed throat, it bounds through here, and this bit of wood on the floor, as it sort of puts both paws on the front, it gives way and just as it just makes its way through.
Can I now smell that creature better?
I mean, it smells it up close. It smells exactly like the skin you pulled from the fens. It is
Okay.
the exact same scent. Yes.
I will ready my mace.
Yeah. And so where did you drop the caltrops? About where it is now?
Yeah, well, about 5 feet in front now. So the next little square is where they are, and as it kind of gets to there, I'm going to ready my mace to charge in at it.
So as you do, and it comes forward into the caltrops, and its paws just, and you can hear them bend and creak and break below its paws. It doesn't like it does the damage. So roll whatever.
It needs to make me a dex save, please.
Oh, okay, cool.
Trying to go with a bit of strategy.
That's a good idea. That is a 16.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't do anything.
Can I see it? Can I see it yet?
I mean, yeah, it's lumbering past you. You can see the.
Am I aware of its clouded over eyes and its inability to see?
Yeah. I mean,
throwing
as
stuff around?
as you're all sort of trying to distract it with this bombardment of sounds and noises, you can see it getting confused.
I would like to cast blindness and deafness,
Fuck you.
and I will have it make a Constitution saving throw or go deaf.
Okay.
So good.
Okay, Con.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, dude, that's 22.
Ah, come on, man!
Like, it's.
I'll do it again.
I mean, so as. Do you? I'm assuming
you will just hear to from a shrub to its left, just on a breeze as it passes its ears. Just
yeah. I mean, so this bombardment of sound seems to be really riling this thing up, and as you do this, and it sort of it sways through its mind, and like it turns to look towards the undergrowth you're in. I'm going to give you the chance to do this. Are you hidden?
Yeah, I'm like I'm like you said, Rambo. You know, like how he gets in the sticks. Like you see, I'm in like kind of a tree trunk, like hole.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm very much
Rufus
doing the Rambo,
Rambo.
thing,
I like it.
Yeah.
Makes sense as well because you probably
I'm already
still
covered in
mud.
moss and dirt. Yeah.
Yeah. Dope.
Not that it would
Like
blending
can't
in.
even fucking see.
While this is going on, can Nana sort of try and stealth forward towards it?
Yeah. Make me roll me a stealth for however far you want to go. So roll me a stealth and then just move essentially. But tell me what you got.
She was trying to get to here.
Okay.
She got a nat 1.
Okay.
Ooh, that's
2 stealth, so it's a nat 1.
Yeah. As you do, and you sort of trying, you're so focused on this thing that you are not paying attention to the ground below you. And as you walk, you walk into this patch of shattered splinters, and it's just, and you've walked too far before you realize that the sound's gone. And as you do, it turns. So move your token to where you would
Probably
be.
about there. If I noticed that it started making noise, I would have stopped.
So the splintered wood is closer to where it broke through this tree branch. So if you were moving up, you would be about there.
Okay, well, there's good.
Yeah. And as you do, its head, it turns and it's just.
Okay, fuck it. Spiritual weapon.
And it puts this huge clawed paw against the tree and sort of stands at its full height of like. It comes at a good 1.5 feet taller than you. It's sort of like 9.5 feet, 10 foot tall. And as you made the sound, it seems, even though its eyes are milked over, it is looking in your exact direction.
I want to breathe in and get my focused look upon myself, which I'm bonus action raging, and then I'm going to hit it.
Well, you're going to have to do that on your turn.
Oh!
Because I'm going to need all of you to roll me initiative, please.
Hey!
Hey, let's go.
Hey! I got good this time.
Oh,
Okay.
I did not.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good. And I forgot about something last time we rolled initiative, and it's part of my martial archetype, and I completely forgot that it fucking existed entirely.
So 25 to 20.
20. I rolled in that 20, and that's the highest I can go.
Hey!
So,
With a +0.
nice. Okay, 20 to 15.
19.
19
For Rufus.
Thank you. I was about to call you Oscar, and I don't know why.
No, my name is Rufus Velhagen.
Okay. You said 18, right?
19.
19. Cool. Okay, so for that, that's fine. 15 to 10.
12 for me.
12 con. Oh, he's rolled for Hyacinth, of course I do. Okay, that's fine.
I got a 4, by the way.
A 4. Okay.
What did Hyacinth get?
She got 14. They got 14, sorry.
Nice.
And then at the end with a 4. Oof. Okay, so top of our initiative order is Crumb.
Right. So as I see sort of stand on its back legs and glare towards Nala, who's, I'm guessing, like, just hit a tree branch.
Going, oh fuck.
Crumb's just gonna go, wait, and shoot his fist up, and from the ground, a giant ass chicken club. I'm just gonna go uppercut this fucker as I cast spiritual weapon.
Chicken drumstick.
Oh,
Chicken drumstick, yeah.
I thought it was like one of those squeaky dog toys. It goes,
No, a chicken drumstick. Sorry,
Yeah.
that's my bad English.
nice. Very cool.
A chicken
And gonna-
nightclub erupts in the ground.
Yeah. And just gonna uppercut this fucker with my spiritual weapon.
Nice. I'm going to call it a chicken club from now on.
Yeah.
It's such a better name for it.
yeah.
Roll me.
That's direct
attack.
translation from Swedish, so yeah.
Yeah, roll me to hit.
It's with my spellcasting modifier for this, right?
Yeah.
I haven't played the cleric in so long.
It is, yeah. It should-
Spell attack bonus, isn't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think.
So that's 16.
Nice.
I'm afraid meets beats. As your
Wait.
chicken
Oh shit!
comes
yeah.
up from the ground, it
So-
impacts, but
Meets
Because
beats
of-
means it hits it hits the owlbear.
No, because his armor class is 16. So
Yeah, so it
if
meets
he got
beats.
16. Yeah, meets beats.
So he rolled a 16, so it beats it. If he rolled a 16.
Every time we've done that, if we got the armor class of what we got, we never
The attack,
we never
the
had
attack beats. The
Yeah.
attack wins.
Yeah.
'Cause that's your armor class. It's like the DC. You have to reach that. to
Wait,
hit.
so if I've been playing this wrong for like a year,
Quite possibly, yeah.
because every time I rolled to hit and I hit their armor class, I thought their armor class outbeat what it was.
No.
You hit.
Meets beats.
Meets beats.
Oh, then I've been doing this
Attack
wrong. Then I've been playing this wrong for a year. I
Fine.
thought.
AC.
Then yeah, you hit. Roll for it. I thought if you hit the armor class, you didn't hit.
No, meets beats, brother.
Oh well, shit.
Same with the
I've hit a lot more
save.
times than I thought. This
Yeah,
is-
the only difference.
Dan's first time DMing, everyone.
Yeah, the only time that's different is if you make a saving throw. So if you roll a DC of 16 on a saving throw, you have to roll 16 or better to beat the
Right.
save.
So I've been playing the game all wrong. Okay, and yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so as this chicken club comes up, knocks him on the beak.
Nice.
Poultry
he
on
takes,
poultry violence.
7 points of force damage.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna run up, grab my malice again, and just try to club it from the other side, like Colin did on the cow.
Okay, so
just
you're going for the one on each end. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll for that one as well.
Split roasting this.
Oh, I was trying to be nice.
In the culinary sense.
In the culinary sense, yes. I'm a chef. Crumb's a chef, so it's always in the culinary sense. He's taken a vow of whatever it's called, chastity.
Yeah.
So that is 19.
Yeah, straight up. That's
Nice.
Amazing.
Let's go.
And that's a D8. So that's a 7 plus 3 for 10.
cool. Yeah, and as the chicken club comes up and clips it in the beak, you watch his head sort of rear back, and then you bring it down sort of on the center of its face and push it back down again, and it sort of from its standing position hits sort of one. You're close to it now, right?
Yeah.
You've
I'm
moved
close
into
to
melee
it.
range, yeah. So as you sort of bring it down to your level, you see the milky white eyes sort of look up at you, and they're thick and red with ichor and like blood and goo and stuff, and it just looks at you and and it seems like it's trying to make a screech, but it can't. So from
Gonna hiss back at it.
cool. Well, as you do, it's the owlbear's turn.
Ooh.
So, seeing as you are in range,
Yep.
it is going
It definitely
to,
knows where I am now.
it definitely knows where you are now. It's weird. It's at distance. It doesn't seem to be able to pinpoint people, but very close up, it seems to be looking at you now.
Nice.
And as it looks at you, in the same way that the cows did, its beak distends up and out, and the beak grows jaggedy as the already sharp serrated teeth inside elongate out, and it just becomes this huge bear trap of a mouth. And
I
it's
was just gonna go, I fucking hate this, and ready his warhammer.
and yeah, it's gonna
What comes next?
it's gonna come in with a big bite attack.
Reaction.
This is your new silvery barbs. Jesus.
Yeah, it's literally you punch me, I punch you. Like,
Yeah, so that's gonna be a 22 to hit.
yeah, hits.
Yeah.
Cool. That's gonna be a 19 to hit.
Yeah, you hit back.
Sorry,
So
20.
in this exchange, you take 15 points of piercing damage as this thing is gigantic and it clamps down on your shoulder and gives you the opportunity to make the attack you do. So hit it as you will.
Amazing. So
Point of order: the spiritual weapon does radiant damage, right? Because that. the
no
last thing-
force.
Ah, it's force.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's all
good
in.
in most ways, except for undead. I mean, there's basically no resistances to it. So it takes another 10 points of damage.
Excellent.
Sorry, not 10, 11.
Cool.
Got him.
Just +1.
Got it. Yeah, as you as it clamps down onto your shoulder, but some of your chest as well, and it sinks, and you can feel your armor bend and press against this thing's teeth as it grabs into you, and you just whack it in the side of the face. There's very little to damage, but what you can damage, you see sort of bone crack and splinters, more skin and feather falls off. It is currently, that's its turn, and that is yours. So we move on to, I do know this. Rufus, you are up.
Rufus! Rufus will clamber out from the twigs, and he will say, I said, shh. And I will cast deafness again.
Okay, go for it. What was it a roll against?
Constitution saving throw DC 14.
Okay. Okay. That's only a 13.
Ha!
Nice.
He cannot hear a thing anymore.
Great success.
He gets to make a Constitution saving throw again
Yeah.
at the end of each of his turns. And I will, for my next trick, I will give bardic inspiration to. What was the turn order again?
Hyacinth next, Colin, then Nala.
Hyacinth next. Hyacinth doesn't do weapon attacks, so I'm not going to do. I'll give it to Nala again.
Okay.
And I would say, use your muscles, Nala, so that we can make this bird a gunner.
Oh god.
Excellent. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I mean,
I would run away.
you know your spell has taken effect, but you can't tell from it that it knows that it's taken effect. But it is death, yes.
But it's not reacting to me singing 10 feet away from it, no.
No, so I mean, it's engaged with Crumb, so any attention it did have on its surroundings is now on this thing in its mouth because that's the kind of beast it is.
Yeah.
You know that your spell's worked.
Okay. Nice. It can't hear anything now, so if you can afford to attack from range, now might be a good time. Excellent. And I'll back up and go kind of over here, close to Hyacinth.
Cool. Well, it is Hyacinth's turn. Hearing that you've deafened it and them feeling a little bit more secure, they're going to move around to here. And I need to Google this. Sorry.
Google?
Yeah, I know, right?
That's Rufus's trick to Google. Oh, no, it's Yodel.
Sorry, just looking up a spell.
I have advantage against being frightened, because I'm a brave hobbit.
As he runs away.
Okay, yeah. So this is
tactical retreat.
Okay, so 30 feet off. Yeah, that's cool. So she was move to there. Yeah, we can do that. So as they move into position, you see the flames sort of ignite and move up around them, and as they breathe and sort of pump these flames up, they're going to extend a hand and cast Agnazar's Scorcher.
Woo! Nice.
And it's a 30-foot line, so well within range. So needs to make a dex save.
She couldn't do that through me, or they couldn't do that through me, perhaps.
And
Need that fire healing.
It fails its dex save, which is good for all of you. Ooh, okay. And this is all you. So, as this long stream of fire streaks across the floor towards this owlbear and buffets into the side, and you can see the flames move through its form and come out where there's skin missing and the bones are in its hollowness, and you just see it ignite from the inside as it takes 22 points of fire damage.
Woo! Excellent.
As
Dang.
this,
Don't piss Hyacinth off. Jesus.
as you saw this thick stench of singed, burned flesh and sort of ichor emanates from it as smoke streams from its its insides.
Hold hammer,
And-
hold hammer, hold hammer.
And that is Hyacinth's turn. We are on to Colin.
Colin!
Colin!
You may take our lives, but you'll never take
our Colin!
So Colin, being swift and nimble, is going to run up here to get into a flanking position with Crumb.
Yep.
Is
No one
going
ever
to,
listened to me.
is going to is going to attack with advantage using flanking.
Yep.
Bonus action first to mark the foe, so that anybody can use their expertise die to attack this creature. But I'm going to attack it with advantage.
Yes, you are.
That's
How many
gravy. That's 26 to hit.
Definitely
Nice.
hits. Definitely hits.
One off a crit.
Because I have just, I will now use my other feature of my level up martial class, which is dangerous signature. Cool. When you have advantage on a melee weapon attack on a hit, I leave my signature on a creature that I've attacked. The signature remains on the creature until it is fully healed or has taken a long rest. While the creature bears the signature, I can then use a bonus action to try and intimidate it. But I've just used my bonus action to mark foe, but I have that next round.
Nice.
Okay.
Damages. 6 plus 1.
Colin,
That's
just write in Colin.
12. No. It can be a simple symbol. So I'm going to put a C, but like graffiti styled C. Like
Okay.
C bomb was here.
you tagged the owlbear.
But
So,
yeah, I did. 12 points of damage.
12. Excellent.
And yeah, I'm going to use it. In fact, no, I'm not. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
So that is my first attack. I'm going to action surge to get another action.
Go.
And
We go again.
We go again. And on this one, I'm going to attack it again with advantage.
Yep.
A natural 20!
Did somebody say they wanted a chunky crit because I just gave them one?
That is 6 plus 3 is 9, is 18, plus 5 is 23
Dope.
points of killing owlbear damage. And I roll a d20 again.
Yep.
An 18 on that. Bow falls into my attack, takes an additional 2d6 damage from the strike, and curses your luck. Don't know what that does. But 2d6 damage, it's another 9.
Nice. Very
Nice.
nice.
Yeah. Roll your
Damage.
What was the first number you
23 plus 9, so 31. 32? 32 points
Very
of damage?
good. As you sort of come behind this thing and with
Easy.
your maul like hit really hard into its back, it rears up, just sort of mostly because you've hit its spine and it's a reflex action. And as you do, you use its involuntary rear to.
It's very
Sorry.
bad manners.
Sorry.
Hitting the spine. Sorry.
No,
I mean, it's exposed.
I'm that kind of
Alright, carry on.
gnome.
I can tell actually. Colin definitely.
Yes, you do damage.
Yeah, okay.
It's a more in more than one sense.
Yes. Up to the elbow, you are just in this thing. Fucking hell,
Oh, no. We didn't have to go there.
Brother.
Okay.
Cool. Carla, bring us back from the brink.
Yes, please, God.
Okay. So Nala
This is not what we're
going
normally like, guys. Trust me.
It fucking
Yeah, it
is.
is.
100%.
Yeah, it is.
Right, so
You can expect
Nala
another 2 years of this starting on 14th of November.
is going to get a bit angry that they're not listening to Rufus, sorry, I forgot your name. And she's going to bonus action rage. She's going to charge at it, and as she does charge at it, she's going to say quite angrily, "Move out of range, little ones!" She brings down the hammer and wolfs him.
Just for clarity, you say that while running into range.
Yes.
Cool. Just clarify. Just clarifying that.
I can run into range.
That's how barbarians work. Yeah, hit to hit.
Both.
Hit to hit.
Hit to hit.
You can use an additional D4 on this.
Is that just on the hit?
To hit, yeah. Because you can use my Tactician's dice that I gain at the start of every combat.
Sexy.
So whenever we start initiative, I get a D4 every round to give to somebody. If I don't give it to somebody though, it goes up to a D6 and then a D8 again if I don't use it again.
Really?
Yeah. And then it can go all the way up to a D12.
Fuck.
God damn.
Well, that's a dirty 24. So it wasn't a
Excellent.
natural 20.
Yeah. Do your damage.
Okay. What's the wrong dice? Okay, then I'm going to add my bardic inspiration to that.
That it.
That's a 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, as you come in with a low swing on the barbell and the
Sorry,
plates.
14 because of rage.
Nice.
There it is.
We will make a barbarian out of you.
Whatever, so. Okay.
Yeah. And as you run in telling them to get out of the way, you low swing the barbell into its rib cage, and you just hear just like a hideous shatter as ribs fall away as you pull the weighted plates back out. It's looking really not okay compared to how it looked when you first saw it, which wasn't okay to begin with. Top of the initiative, we are back to you, Crumb.
Right. So, what to do? Crumb's gonna...
Crumb's drumstick.
Crumb's drumstick.
Crumbstick.
Yeah.
Crumbstick.
The crumstick.
Oh, no.
The
No, it's not.
crumbstick, yes!
Going for Bernard Matthews, the crumstick.
Oh, I'm here for it.
Let's see. God. What? Should I just swing at this thing anyway?
Pretty good
should
idea.
Yeah.
Just hit the thing.
Yeah, fuck it.
Make sure you run away afterwards.
No, because then I'll take an opportunity attack. Crumb's gonna just take his warhammer, which I just realized as well. I'm adding something onto it because on the short sides of it, it's just gonna look like one of those, meat hammers.
Yeah. Meat pulverizer.
He's gonna take it out and just do it
Nice.
like a proper Thor and go.
Tenderize that boy.
Yeah, roll to hit.
Good lord.
That is going to be. That's going to be miss. I'm pretty sure because that's that's 12.
Yeah, I'm afraid it does. As Colin came in on its back and got this
Easy.
thing rearing, you go for your swing, but it's too high, and you just swing just a little short of where you meant to.
God damn it, short legs. And then Crumb's just gonna grab, grip tightly around his shield and his warhammer, and he's just gonna bulge his muscles, and his veins are gonna pop a little bit, and I'm gonna use my
Yeah,
whatever it's called.
Roll a check.
Yeah. Check. I'm going to use my dwarven toughness.
A special feature of
And
advanced.
which is a
Level
special.
up advanced
My
5e.
dwarven toughness is a special feature from level up advanced 5e. That, as a bonus action, I gain a number of hit points equal to 1d10 plus my level.
Nice.
Okay.
So let's see. Let's use this one because we haven't used this yet. Oh my god, that's nice. That's a 10.
Oh,
Roll the
nice.
0, which is 10.
Very nice.
So I get 13
Cool.
Nice.
temporary hit points.
Let's
Tasty.
see how temporary we can make them.
Anything else on your turn?
No, that's me.
No.
That's me.
Stay where you are.
Because it is.
Yep.
Cool.
You
Second level
don't
spell.
move out. Can I get a free
Wasted.
action just to kind of growl at you a little bit? Just.
Hey, I like fighting as much as you do.
Well, it is now the owlbear's turn, and
I want to make this turkey.
you've really hammered into this thing, and as it rears back and it sort of growls and lurches and screeches, you watch as you hear sort of as its rib cage opens up. And you know, like those giant, those big hair clips you get. It
Yeah.
looks like it just opens up like that. From its back, the insectoid legs come out.
God.
It seems to do this sort of mass mutation type thing as its entire body becomes a maw. As it stands back on these insectoid legs and sort of looms over you, Crumb. The head
It's just gonna go, hit me, hit me, hit me.
and basically it just sort of it comes down on top of you and it intends to envelop you in its entire form as this massive mouthy maw.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're fine.
We're fine.
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm gravy. You said crumb.
I don't know if you are. That's a 24 to hit.
Hit her, hit her, hit her.
What I'm here for. You ride it.
You are going to take 22 points of piercing damage, and I'm going to need you to make me a strength saving throw.
Strength
What
saving
No,
throw.
Chris is just hiding into his own life. No.
That's more than
cool.
the hit point total.
Damn. Strength saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
That's 19. No, saving. Yeah, 19.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You've made it. So as this thing comes, like it comes from both sides. It's just walls of jagged teeth. You can barely see innards anymore. It is just you don't know what's controlling it, but it is. As it comes down on top of you, you sort of, with your dwarven fortitude, but it is enveloped you. You're not bound or restrained in any way, but you are fighting back against the two sides of what was an owlbear. As
Meat hammer in one end, shield in the other.
Yeah. You are basically inside what is a slowly closing Iron Maiden as it's pushing very heavily down on you, and
Slightly
none of you can
echoing
see
from the
Crumb anymore.
inside. Slightly echoing from the inside. I said hit her, not me.
with that, Rufus, you are up. You can no longer see Crumb, or what you can see is a very small amount of his legs as this owlbear is now
dangling
on top of him.
Do it.
Do it.
just realized something really funny.
What?
My only means of doing damage is if something can hear me.
Oh, hold on.
Oh yeah. Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, it passed that con save, so you feel your spell.
Hey!
Yay!
It was useless anyway. Anyway, all right. Well, in that case,
Because you're not sure it has ears anymore, to be honest.
okay.
That was so fun.
So,
What's your intelligence?
To start, I'm gonna sing out a little ditty to Crumb. Crumb, please come back to me.
Start
Went a little bit Indian there. Did you hear that?
Little bit, but we move on.
You've gone
So that's my bonus action healing word for Crumb.
amazing. Thank you.
You get back 2 plus. You get back 6 points of HP.
Nice.
And now that it can hear me, I'm just going to say to it, "Hey, you ugly piece of shit! Get your bad breath away from my friend!" I'll vicious mockery this thing.
Yeah.
Don't entice it.
That was brilliant.
What is it? A roll again? It's wisdom, isn't it?
Wisdom,
Yeah, yeah.
14, DC 14.
Yeah, I'm afraid it passed that. It was 16.
Okay, nothing happens.
Because as you throw these harsh tirade of insults towards the thing, you're not quite sure what you're aiming at anymore because the head doesn't seem to be doing anything anymore. It's more of a vestigial appendage as opposed to something that it has.
I think he was quite clear in the ugly piece of shit. That's what he's aimed at.
And then seeing that it didn't really hurt it at all and maybe just pissed it off a little bit, I'm going to dive into the underbrush. Would this be difficult terrain, this bit here, if I was to move through that?
Hold on.
Even as a must-burn halfling who's very good at being in the dirt.
For the sake of this, I'm going to say no. You are
Okay.
you are a wildish bard, to say the least.
15,
I imagine you can get through things quite easily.
25. I'm going to go to there.
That's fine. You work your way through the roots and the branches quite nimbly.
And I'll pop out there and I'll whip out my short sword.
Okay.
Fighting the bushes.
Okay. Hyacinth seeing Crumb enveloped in this thing.
Fireball.
They're going to run around this way.
Yeah, now that we're on a tight circle, it flashes fireballs.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. With so many people in its range. The way you would normally see them with magic is fire. Instead, it's just these sort of pure white orbs of arcane energy as 4 of them emerge in her hand, and she's just there to cast magic missile.
Nice.
And just
Always
go
a safe bet.
Go for that.
Pew, 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 pew.
It's D4 plus 1 for magic missile, isn't it?
Yep, D4 plus 1 5 times? No, 4 times if it's first level.
Yeah.
3 times if it's first level.
So it's 3, 6,
You're right.
7, 10 plus, so 14 points of force damage as you just watch
Nice.
what used to be the back of this thing just peppered with arcane energy as bits start to sort of fall off and be blasted away. Colin, you're up.
Okay. I will. Yeah, I'm going to take a strike at it.
Okay. I'm gonna say you still have advantage on that because it is.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean it's high. Nala's next to it and Crumb is technically inside it, so it's
Excellent. Okay, so that's a
Everything gets a
14.
flag because he's inside it.
21 to hit.
yeah, that hits.
Tactical.
Oh, that's good. 6 plus 2 is 8 plus 5 is 13
Cool.
points of owlbear killing damage.
Yeah.
And I then need it to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Will do. Save. It's only a 12.
Oh, he fucking fails!
Let's go!
Which means it is not frightened of me. As I stand over it and crack it and go,
Colin!
Love it.
I just literally, I will even start stepping onto it, whack it with my maul, and just kind of like, just, Colin's here.
Oh god. Oh god.
So this is intimidation, right?
It is frightened of me.
Okay.
So it doesn't. It's no check. It is. Yeah. It
Wait,
is
does that mean
frightened.
that it has to run away on its turn and I'm inside it?
It becomes frightened of me until the start of my next turn.
Excellent. Okay. I mean, yeah, as you start sort of gangplanking your way across its exposed back and just hit it somewhere deep inside, it knows to be afraid now.
Yeah, that's right, because Colin is here. And I will
It doesn't
jump
know
off
what a
its-
Colin is, but it knows it must fear the Colin.
Oh, it fucking will. By the end of this combat, it will know what a Colin is. And it will feel it deep down inside its core. And I will drop off the side of it to give Nala advantage
Yeah.
on her next attack.
Nice.
Speaking of which, Nala, as Colin strikes it on the back and you see a ripple go through its muscles and something inside of it got a bit freaked out. It's your go.
So looking at the front of this thing,
Yep.
and where it's closed in around Crumb,
Yeah.
can I see like two edges?
Yeah, so it's very much so there's not so much edges, but there is two sides to the maw that is surrounding him. If you wanted to try and grab teeth, that's probably what you'd be aiming at. So you'd be aiming at some of the bigger protrusions.
Right,
Bear in
so
mind,
what I
I'm not
wanna do-
I'm not restrained,
yeah,
so I can move
dropping-
out.
I mean, you don't know that he's just in it, but he knows he's fine. You just think
I
he's
know.
now inside this thing.
So dropping the my barbell just to the ground, I'm going to grab one side
Mm-hmm.
of it and then try to get my feet on the other side of it and just stretch as far as I can to try and
Oh.
open.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's going to do damage as well, I presume. I mean,
You'd presume wrong, but it's a good idea. So,
what's in a rib cage? Jesus!
I can't use itself as an improvised weapon against itself. It's not how that works.
I mean,
Well,
it would do
wasn't the
damage on a
intention
normal
anyway, the
creature,
main
but this thing
intention-
is a snapping rib cage at this point. Like, all you're doing is opening it. You can't really break it in any particular way if you're doing this. So, yeah, you find one of
I'm
the
trying
bigger.
to hold it open to
Yeah,
get
yeah.
him out.
So you find purchase. Make me a. What we're going to do here is we're going to do a contested strength. So you roll me
Okay.
strength. I'm going to roll strength, and we'll see who wins.
Strength. Ooh. Ooh. What was my added to that?
This is like a
What the
14, brother, and you've got us like hyped for.
That is a 23.
Fuck yeah, and your owlbear.
Ooh. Owlbear rolled 24. I'm going to say you're in a stalemate. It is strong. This is still an owlbear at the end of the day.
Jeez.
It has a monstrous strength. As you grab one of its teeth and you find purchase one of your feet, you feel it move, but you feel it just go, and it flexes every muscle, fiber, tendon it has in this thing, and it fights against you. Crumb has maybe another 2 inches on each side to work with, but it is. You are holding it. You are holding it open. It's contested, so you're at a standoff,
Right.
but neither of you has moved anywhere.
Can I have a quick free action?
You can, yeah.
Cool. Seeing and knowing Nala and being in an adventuring party and seeing her pure feats of strength on countless occasions where I've seen her, go beyond the limits of normal, typical adventurers, be locked in this
That's
stalemate
ultra,
with a rib cage. I'd like a free action just to wee a little.
In appreciation, Colin
Yeah,
just goes, "Oh my!"
Okay. So that's my action. Can I nut it by bonus action?
What are you
I'm
trying
like
to?
on
What
it now.
What are you trying to nut? There is.
Whatever's in front of me, I'm just trying to do like some
unarmed
sort
strike.
of damage.
Yeah. I mean, you can try,
I
but
headbutt it.
I'm gonna because of what you're striking. If you do an unarmed strike, I'm gonna say you're gonna take damage as well.
That's
Because
fine.
you are essentially punching a wall of teeth.
That's fine.
Okay, you nut it. Do it. Do it.
What am I rolling for that?
An unarmed strike. So just your unarmed strike.
I don't have that on my sheet.
You do. Actions all. Are you on D&D Beyond?
No, I've got just the
It's
sheet.
basically just your strength modifier.
Plus your proficiency modifier.
Oh, okay, plus proficiency. Okay, so it's plus 5.
Strength plus proficiency, and then it's whatever your strength modifier is the damage.
That's the damage, alright. Okay, so that's a 17 plus 5, so that's a 22.
I mean, yeah, you definitely do hit it.
Okay, so it takes 2 points plus raging 2 points, so that's
Wouldn't it be
4 points of damage.
Your strength modifier is 3, right?
That's 2.
Oh, okay.
I am proficient, so
Yeah,
I
so
get
2
the
plus
added.
2, yeah.
So that's 4 plus 2, so 6.
Yeah. As you're trying to pry this thing open and you can't, and you get annoyed, you just go bang, and you just nut into this wall to try and maybe shift it a bit. Some of the teeth sort of shatter and break a little bit, but some of them break off in your face. You take 3 points of piercing as just little shards of whatever this thing is just sort of now embedded in the side of your head.
Rounded down to 1.
Yeah.
From the inside, you hear, "Ow!"
I know you can do that, but that sounded so petty. Pettiest rage in the.
But what is more pay? I'm still on temporary hit points.
Yeah, I know you are. Don't worry.
I'm not.
That's me. I'll take a free action just to like proper.
Very nicely, that rounds round into Crumb.
All right, so this thing is basically a toothy ball, right?
Yeah.
But it's still kind of hollow. So I'm just gonna climb out the back.
Right. There's not really a back for you to climb out of. Like,
yeah, it's like it's like
so the way it's come down on you, so there's still very much. It's like a cage around you. So you can see exits, but you couldn't get through them without like squeezing yourself through more jagged shit than you necessarily would have to. So it's either out through Nala as she holds it open, or just stay in there and do some instant.
Okay, I'm gonna come out through Nala and use my action to disengage.
Okay, it's engage anyway, but that's fine.
So I don't have to use the.
No, you're disengaging. It's fine. Go.
Yeah. So I'm gonna move out 5, 10, 15, 20 feet out.
Okay.
Because I'm expecting that it would probably take me like 10 feet to get out because of how I need to move. I would assume.
I mean, yeah. As you leave, you can feel it trying to get towards you. But yeah, you left. So carry on.
And then the crumb stick is gonna go inside of the body. Go inside of the body instead, and take my place and just go like a rattle.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah. Go for it.
You're gonna hear the Fred Flintstone's cartoon sound of going.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. That's 21 to hit.
Yep, definitely hits.
And it's a D8, right, for spiritual weapon. Let's use that die. Nice. That's so what's spiritual weapons? That is also so that's 7 plus 5. No, 7 plus 3, so 10.
Okay.
Another 10 points of force damage.
Excellent. Yeah, as the crumb stick enters inside, for those on the outside, you just see one side distend outwards as this thing slams into one of its sides, and just bits start to fall off. It's looking like it's having trouble holding itself together now. Like there's not enough of it to warrant being a thing, but it's still up. But it is fucked up. Anything else on your turn?
Amazing. Yeah, that's my turn. That's bonus action and action. So, yeah.
Okay. On its turn, it's seeing as it's still contested with Nala because you are in its maw. We're going to do another contested strength check to see what happens. If you fail, it will get an attack off. If it doesn't, it won't.
I've still got a bardic inspiration, don't I?
Yep.
Yeah. And that is against ability checks?
Ability checks, sacks, whatever.
Yeah.
Awesome. I forgot that last time. Okay. So that's a 19 plus 4 plus... Where is the d6? There it is. 6!
Yes!
Nice.
That's it.
Yeah, it only got a dirty 20. So where Crumb struck it in the side, you feel a weakening on one of its edges, and you're able to sort of do what you want to do by pulling it apart, but you're in a stalemate. It doesn't.
Yeah, still, I'm now just like this.
Yeah. Essentially, now you are holding its maw in place, and it's trying. Like you can feel the insectoid legs digging into the earth behind you, trying to push down and trying to force itself around you, but it can't. Because you succeeded on that, I'm going to say it doesn't get its attack this turn, and it is going to stay where it is, trying to
Nice.
get into you, essentially. Rufus, you're up.
Rufus. Can I make it into a flanking position, or is that where Colin?
Yeah.
is right now?
You can
I was to
try
go
and sort
there.
of get up onto there. It won't take much in the way of.
Okay,
like
yeah,
an extra 10
we're
feet of
both
movement.
small as well, aren't
Yeah. Like an
Okay,
extra 10
so-
feet just to get up onto the rocks.
we? So Rufus is going to use his bonus action to. Can I inspire myself? Is that possible?
I
So,
don't think so.
normal bardic inspiration, you can inspire yourself.
Can you?
Pretty sure.
Bardic inspiration
I don't
as
know
bonus
what
action.
it
A creature other than you.
There you go.
Okay. So I'm going to give my final piece of bardic inspiration to Colin,
Oh shit!
and the reason you're going to be inspired, Colin, is because Rufus is going to run forwards and leap by your shoulder and try to stab this thing with his short sword. And while he does it, he says, "Rufus!"
Yeah!
Please tell me this is a how do you want to do this?
Well, as you try to do that, you can have my tactician's dice,
hell yeah, dude.
which is now a d6. Because
You
it
got
wasn't
your bardic inspiration anyway.
Is that on
because it-
damage or on attack chart? On attack.
on attack rolls. To roll to hit, you add a
Need
d6.
that.
Yeah.
Need that.
Go on. Roll me to attack.
Okay.
He's officially at the +8.
3 plus 19 plus a d6. 2. 21 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Let's fucking
Go!
go. What do I? Oh, it's a d6.
It's still a prop weapon. No.
That's 4 plus 2. That's 5 points of slashing damage.
Nice.
6 points of slashing damage. 4 plus 2.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Boing.
Rufus,
And whoosh, yeah, go on.
how would you like to do this?
Yes.
If you two wish to do some sort of combo move
Yeah.
where the
Okay. I'm thinking like almost like a leg up kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like you hear me as I'm charging balls. Fast from behind
And I
you.
literally, and as he comes down, I go, Rufus! At the same time. As he stabs this thing.
There is an audible boing as he charges.
Super Mario Brothers. Amazing.
And I just spin round the short sword as it sings through the air and the wind starts to whip around, and I just straight in sort of the back of its the nape of its neck.
Yeah.
So
as you
fucking good,
and as
bro.
you
And
do,
then as it goes in, I'm just gonna try and like
Mhm.
wrench it forward and pop its vertebra away.
And as you do, and you sink it into the back of where its head was and its neck starts, the combination of your weight and Nala down below, you start to drag down its spine, and Nala inside pushing. You just watch as it parts down the side, and between the three of you, you just as this thing falls in two. and sort
Rufus
of
goes-
like spasms slightly and wriggles before it just.
Rufus just lets out, yeah, no! And you hear
Nala
it.
strikes a bodybuilder pose.
You hear it kind of echo a couple of times amongst the trees, and birds fly away in a flock.
Nice. So good, brother.
And yes, you hear the reverberations of your cheers in the canopy as things around you seem to celebrate in this, and indeed, whatever this owlbear was is now defeated. No more. Well done, everyone.
So good.
Amazing.
As you look at the two halves of it, and small parts of muscle will spasm and bits will move. It doesn't get up or do anything. It seems to be death throes. As you watch from where the head was sat, more black ichor pours from the eyes as one sort of pops, and lots of it seeps out down like one side of the skull and just bleeds out from its mouth.
Question.
Yes.
Because I got really up and into it, and so did Crumb. I presume
Mhm.
Did we touch any of the black ichor?
No. No. So this
Okay,
stuff
good.
only seems to leak out when it's
After death.
whatever these things are, it's dead essentially. Whatever this stuff is seems to perish along with whatever happens, or at least stops being effective.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn to Hyacinth.
Mm-hmm.
Just say, our foe is defeated. What about our reward? Is the stone telling you anything?
yeah.
Is he close by?
Yeah, hold on. They sort of like rummage quickly and pull it out, and it's moving still.
As this is happening, he's offering a hand to Nala to pull her out of the.
Oh, she's still in her bodybuilder pose. She landed in her bodybuilder pose.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
She is still JoJo posing, and there's just like a behind her. It's moving slightly, and it's moving past the owlbear, and it's sort of in the same direction where the scream came from. But as you sort of all look around it and take in the situation, in all of your minds, you just hear, "You did really, really well. I think you're going to be useful for what's coming up. I'm afraid your friend, he's a little too far gone, but I'll let him go in a minute. I'm just observing what happens when this stuff takes effect. Don't worry, there's nothing to be alarmed about. I'm just going to watch for the time being. But be warned, my master wishes to talk to you soon. Make your way back to town. There's a problem brewing." And as you hear that in your minds and it reverberates, everything gets eerily silent. And towards sort of the east of where you are stood, a darkness starts to encroach, not because the sun is going down, but because something is making it dark. And it is so dark, you are losing perspective of the forest around. And in that darkness, a figure stands. You are unable to gauge height, distance, anything like that, because this blackness is so all-encompassing. It seems almost impossible for them to be stood in it, yet they are. A slender figure in a red robe just looks from an unknown distance. Do you want to be heroes? Maybe? And that is where we will pick up next time.
Nice.
Dodgy,
Amazing.
Shady, very shady.
Dan, you do creepy so fucking well.
Yeah, almost
It's a
too
lifetime of
well. Almost too well.
Amazing.
So good, brother.
Thank you very much. I hope that was okay. I hope everyone at home enjoyed that. That was my first 2 combats ever. I did my best.
You
I
did
hope you guys
fantastic.
enjoyed it.
They were both very exhilarating and very fun combats.
Yeah, it was good, mate. Well done.
We're
Good.
not disappearing straight away, though, are we?
Oh, of course not. Because, and I almost forgot myself, because of these 2 combats, we are all leveling up
Hey.
to 4, so everyone can enjoy that.
Level
But
4. Level
everyone-
4.
Everyone stick around because we are going to do a small round table of the features and things you get from a level up in the advanced 5e system, because we've said before you get so much with each one. And normally at level 4 you would just get an ASI or a feat, but with level up 5e you get more on top of that. So in no particular order, who wants to go first? Someone raise their hand.
Mine's very quick and easy.
Go for it.
So I'll go first. We're rolling dice.
Mhm.
We're rolling health points.
Yes, roll hit points. We'll do that as well. Roll yourself some
Yeah.
hitties.
So my hit points go up by 4, which is the average
Yeah,
anyway.
That's great.
I went first because my class isn't. Bards don't really get much. They would get additional battle hymns at level 4, but because of the type of bard I am, I had access to the 4th level through 7th level battle hymns early. So I don't get. So normally you would get that at level 4. I got those earlier, so that doesn't apply. I'm going to go for a feat, however, which is from level up 5e. That feat is, if I just bring up the information here, that feat is. Oh wait, hang on, sorry. Evan sent it to me. That's why.
What's the feat called?
It's called, I will tell you in just a couple of seconds, it's called the Docker's Jank.
Yeah.
Now, Docker's Jank is kind of a feat that is quite obviously catered towards bards. In a band, every musician has to know his bandmates' parts in case they need to switch out or pick up the slack. So I can choose 4 allies, and I choose all 4 of my allies.
Nice.
And you and those allies can use the help action as a bonus action.
Nice.
Very good.
Once per long or short rest. It also gives me an additional use of Bardic Inspiration, which doesn't come out of my Bardic Inspiration pool. It comes out of the feat ability pool. So I get an extra use of my Bardic Inspiration per long rest, and everyone in the party can use the help action as a bonus action, which should be quite fun for giving each other advantage in combat and various other things. And then for my spell, because Vicious Mockery, a wisdom save for a D4 is the only way I have of doing damage apart from a short sword. So I'm going to take Shatter.
Nice.
Oh, we do love it.
And that's about it. But so I took
Roll your hit points.
a feat. I already did. I got 4. I took a feat from level up advanced 5e and Shatter. Oh, and an extra cantrip, which is something I'll tell you in a minute. I only just saw that I get that.
Excellent. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
Cool.
So I'll roll first. So I get, as a berserker, I get a d12. That's an 11.
Let's go.
Nice.
There
we are. We like those. We take those.
So that
what we want.
is another 2. So it goes up by 13.
Woo!
Nice.
I am also taking a feat, because why not? I am going for hulking,
Okay.
Nice.
which affects my rage, basically. So I have an exertion pool of dice that I can add to my melee weapon attacks, attempts to grapple, or strength ability checks, which would have been great during this thing, but I can get extra dice to my rage. I also get a second Furious Critical, which I've been completely forgetting about. New system, guys. So when I get a Nat 20, not only do I get a chunky crit, I get something called a Furious Critical, which do fun things, different things when that happens. I now have 2 of those. I don't know the name of the one that I'm Oh no, I do. There it is. It is. I already had Furious Momentum, which means I should have been making a second attack when I did a Nat 20 attack. But I'm now doing the Disorientating Strike, which means they drop any weapon they have in their hands and have to have an action to pick it up.
Nice.
Very good.
So yeah, that's my level up.
Excellent. Okay, Dan, Evan, rock, paper, scissors, or who's going to pick?
I don't mind.
What do you feel for? You go first then.
Okay. So, I am playing the martial class. So, for my level up, it is ASI or feat. I am going to go for a feat from level up. The feat I am going for is Martial Scholar.
Ooh.
Prerequisite only being that I have to be proficient with a martial weapon, or more being such.
Yep.
I've taken the time to learn some advanced combat techniques. I gain the following. I gain proficiency in a combat tradition of my choice. I learn 2 combat maneuvers from a combat tradition that I know, so I'll get a couple of additional maneuvers, which I'll go through in a second. And my exertion pool increases by 3, so instead of 4 points, I get 7 points.
Nice.
Which is incredible. So I'm just going to go to my martial combat maneuvers, which are here somewhere. 1 second. Combat maneuvers. Cool. So I will go for... where are they? Combat maneuvers. Second. Come on. They are here somewhere. 1 second. This is very in-depth, so just bear with me a second. Lessons of War, I think. Or is it Martial Archetypes? I don't know. I'll come back to you on that. But I'll roll my dice, which is a D10. Have I read a D10 here? I do have a D10. 9!
Nice.
There
So I
we
get
go.
nine hit points. But I also get to change one of my other maneuvers. My other combat traditions from my original choices. So I will be taking I/out and choosing a different one. So I get an additional 3 more of those things. So lots of maneuvery things that I get to do.
And then, last but not least, Evan.
All right. So, let's do hit dice first, shall we?
Yeah.
So I get a D8.
Son.
Where did it disappear off to? Oh, there we are. I get a 6.
Hey.
So I get 8 total for my new thing, which is good. What's 7 plus 8, guys? Because I can't do math.
7 plus 8.
15.
15.
So it's 35 then. Total for my new HP.
Yeah.
Very good. And when I level up, I get a something called Symbol of Might, which is my new feature. The strength of the powers you serve is obvious to anybody you interact with, and you are able to use it to garner a certain level of fear and compliance. You gain 1 intimidation speciality, and you gain an expertise die on intimidation checks made to convince others to comply with your commands. The people you intimidate are no longer friendly towards you if they were previously.
Okay.
Nice.
Very cool.
Yeah, go on, Chris.
No. I was going to say something I've added, but you're not finished. Go on.
Well, I'm struggling between my because I want to take a feat, and I'm struggling a little bit with whether I should take Fortunate or Brook No Delay, which are 2 new feats for the advanced 5th edition level up.
I was just about to say we'll probably do hands at the start of next.
I have the thing they were going to take, so I can just quickly go through it, so we don't have to
No, okay, let's do it at the start. She needs to roll hit die anyway.
Yeah, just so she
Okay,
rolls her
that's
dice, it makes it fair. It means that if you want to
No,
look
no,
into
I was going to
those
roll a
two
hit dice. I was
feats-
just going to explain the thing that I know they're taking.
Yeah, they get another week now to decide and change things with it. Maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
and it gives you an extra week if you want to decide between those two feats as well.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, no, I'm gonna take, because fortunate I read through and it's basically luck. So I'm as a feat. So I'm not gonna take it, but it sounds really funny, which is why I want to take it, because it says, be it the gods, fate, or just dumb luck, something is looking out for you, which would have fit my character
Sounds-
quite well.
Nice.
Sounds like us.
But
yeah.
I'm gonna take Brook No Delay instead,
Okay.
which is you move through a battlefield with inspiring grace. As long as you're not encumbered or wearing heavy armor, you gain the following benefits. You have a climbing speed equal to your base speed. If you fall intentionally while moving, determine the damage you take as if you had fallen a distance shortened by 10 feet times your proficiency bonus. So
Okay.
basically slow fall.
Yeah.
And when you have a running start, add your proficiency bonus to the number of feet of your high jump, and 5 times proficiency bonus for the number of feet up for your long jump distance.
Jesus.
Nice.
But here's the best part about it. Whenever you dash, disengage, dodge, or hide, one ally who can see you can perform the same action on their next turn without spending their action.
That's sick.
Awesome.
Cool, love that.
Very
That's
nice.
dope.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
let's do that one, shall we?
Yes.
Really
So,
fun.
A slight change to my plan. I know I said I was going to take Shatter, but I was looking up cantrips from Level Up Advanced 5e because I wasn't some of the other. I'm a bit bored of core cantrips, and I found one which I am inevitably will never use in this short campaign, but I just loved it. Circular breathing means I can breathe, and here's the important part. I can sing underwater.
Nice.
Good.
I can also
That's
use
very
it.
good.
I can also use it to avoid harmful gases.
Yeah, I love that.
And while looking that up, I found quite an interesting Level Up Advanced 5e Bard second level spell. So instead of Shatter, I'm going to be taking Chromatic Beam,
Okay.
which is a 5 foot wide, 30 foot long. You pour prismatic energy into a gemstone, refracting the energy until it fires off as a chromatic beam in a direction you choose. And you can
Nice.
choose multiple different colors for multiple different effects. Each creature must make a dexterity saving throw or take 4d8 damage, or
That's a
half
lot.
as much on a successful save.
It's a little
Love
bit of
that.
Clovis. Love it. Very
Yeah,
Yeah, a
Nala's
little bit of Clovis
100%.
breathing through.
Nala's
Both
100%
performers.
pushing Rufus into one of the waterways just so he can sing under the water when we get back to
Oh, yeah,
town,
dude.
right?
How do you yodel underwater is what I'm wondering.
Like
was
that.
That was very good. But yeah,
That was
that was
very good.
essentially a little peek into the level up system and just how much you can do at even low levels like this. I mean, the things you guys can do at level 4 is staggering compared
Yeah.
to regular
Yeah,
Dungeons and
big, right?
Dragons. Like this is
It's all pretty balanced as well. It's seeing it while we were building the characters was like, man, there's a lot of stuff that I have. Surely this is going to be really unbalanced. But the way they've integrated it in, such as the expertise dice, so it's really unique.
Yeah.
And it makes sense that your character would have extra knowledge. Do you know what it feels like? Do you ever make a roll? You build a character and you make someone, the DM calls a roll. And it's like, I mean, look, this is my character's bread and butter. This has got to be something that they definitely can do. And you roll a 3, and you're like,
Yeah.
well, what surely I should be able to do that. My character has this specific speciality in this thing. This kind of negates that, so you can have those characters who are just specialized in certain things succeed a lot more often in those things. But the balance of everything, it doesn't make it easier. I don't think. It's like an advanced system. You're going to be wanting. more
Yeah.
challenge. All it does is adds to it, gives you more options,
Yeah.
gives you more to look forward
Yeah,
to and to
for
be
sure.
excited out
Absolutely.
without taking away the challenge. It's really, really
Yeah,
great.
and I think it takes the old. I'll roll to do this thing. Well, you failed. Well, I'll also roll to do this thing.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
away
yeah.
from it.
Yeah,
and
yeah. It's like, well, instead of checking if it's poison, can I check if it's disease? You know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's brilliant.
It is very good. But that is the end for today.
Thank you, Dan.
We've all.
You're
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
No, you're welcome. I'll be here as well next week. I get it.
Okay,
Every session.
Actual DM Dan, just take us away.
Okay, well, thank you so
No,
much.
not
for-
you.
Let's try and do it together and see if we sync up.
Okay,
Okay.
whenever you're ready.
Okay. Let's 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1, now.
No, we're never going to finish.
Well, to be
Thank
fair,
you
you both did
all.
the same thing.
I know.
It's true.
So
Thank you all very much for joining us. We hope you enjoyed what you saw, and we'll come back next week for more, where we will be second to last episode of this little foreshot, where they will figure out exactly who and what is watching them. But until that point, thank you again, and we'll see you soon.
stick
Bye.
around, guys, because we're going to
Bye.
raid D20 by the sword. They're our good friends. Go show them some support. Love you all. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye
Say
bye
the
bye
last
bye.
word and doesn't
Bye.
Bye.